if you don't want to know, you can let me know.
Like, what's it in relation to? Is it like the secrets of the campaign as a whole, or is it just like a?
It's some of the secrets of the campaign, but it's things that
Just
it's
like
things.
It's like the few parts of the puzzle that we're trying to put together that we're currently missing.
Yes. Yeah. But the reason why I want to tell you is because we've been on this puzzle for so long, and I've been elongating that puzzle, some of these puzzles, that I feel like I'm not letting us get to a point where we're trying to rebuild the city, and we should get to a point where we're trying to live in the city. And I'm keeping us stuck in trying to rebuild the city.
Because right now, like, we're working on the windows, and yet a quarter of the foundation's not there.
Right. It's not just that too. It's we're like arguably halfway done with the campaign. And I do want to get to a point where we're just. I want your characters to not be constantly feeling like they don't know what's going on, because at this point I do feel like they should know mostly what's going on, and I don't think that's your fault or your character's fault. I think it's the way I've given you information. There's too many sources, and everything's cryptid, and it's okay for some stuff to be cryptid, but because so many things are cryptid, it ends up being confusing.
I mean, this is obviously just coming from my opinion. I think having the mystery is sometimes quite nice, but I do get what you're saying. So maybe if there's like a middle ground of like providing us with a bit more like hints and tips, without like being like, this is the answer.
Right. I don't want to tell you everything, and I'm not going to tell you direct answers. But I want us together to come to a possible ending. And I'm going to be vague when I tell you this, just so I don't, completely spoil everything. I've come to multiple possibilities of how this campaign can end. And without telling you exactly things, it can be a campaign where when it ends, the world is in a state where it is, and then your characters stay in this aftermath, and it almost stays like this mess, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. And so whenever another campaign starts, it will be within that mess, but they probably won't necessarily know how it got there. Or I almost want to do a soft reset, and not in a way where it erases anything that's happened before, and not for your characters and not for anything within this realm, but for the things that involved the past. And it would be this thing where your characters only know, and the future may not find out anymore. but I don't want to get rid of it completely. I just, maybe it's because your characters are so connected to it and it's so present. I feel like I should have made a lot of that stuff. This is where I told you before. I think I've told you too much in some things, and I didn't tell you enough in other things. I think this is one of those things that I told you too much of, and I should have kept it much more ancient city kind of thing, like I don't know if you guys who's still listening to the second campaign for Critical Role. It's the only example I can think of.
Aor?
Yeah, the Aor stuff. So the Aor stuff is not. It's always been there, but that group wasn't finding out things about Aor until like 3/4 of the way in.
Mm.
And you guys found out about Aor like halfway through the first arc, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell you this without saying direct things.
Like we were flying way too close to the sun before we knew how to fly.
Yeah. But I threw you there. It's my fault. I threw you, and that's because I was trying to figure out where this was going to go. You know, I didn't know. I was trying to figure out where this was going to go because I was trying to rewrite something that was meant for someone else, and it's now for you. And I've tailored it towards you, and it's changed. But there's pieces in that map that I've changed that are still not meant for you, and it's not fitting with the rest of it, and it's hard to change those pieces because it's just I don't know where to put them. But they're still somewhat connected, and I can't just get rid of them, you know?
As a fellow DM, one of the biggest things that I personally feel that you're doing well is approaching us about this, because you can retcon whatever you want. You could say, oh, this person just didn't know. You right now even have the benefit of, at least in my mind, Wiley's computer. Maybe Wiley knew more about certain things and can enlighten us, or certain NPCs just had their minds twisted and weren't aware. And if you wish to tweet things with story, or you could flat out just say, hey guys, it's, I don't like this anymore. We're retconning to say Happy's secretly a good guy or something. I don't know. Just making up something. But I don't feel that you need to be afraid of retconning per se. It's a lot of lore. But if you don't like how it's gone, or feel like you just aren't comfortable playing certain story aspects, don't be afraid to change it, because it's also your story too.
I'm doing that in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I've written the original heroes to be easily manipulatable by the Aegean sisters, because of the links they have, and I think I've written Happy pretty fine. He's not necessarily your main antagonist. He's more or less, from what I don't know if you've caught that from what he's told you, he was their antagonist and you're dealing with his aftermath, and he hasn't been convinced that he should fix the things he's done.
He's
and
just a little
so
guy.
he's pretty much letting it continue to go down that route because he sees no reason to change that, and that's kind of the stance Happy has. And him being a primordial helps because he absolutely, there's no morality there. You can convince him, hey, we're trying to live our own life, we shouldn't have to deal with the things they did, but the consequences they did, and to him, he just doesn't care. You're all mortals.
He's like, this is all of your problem.
But there's just some strong things there, and I've come up with possibilities to make things make more sense, but they're such large character things that I really want to talk to you guys to get a confirmation of. But if I talk to you guys about it, it's not something that I can tell you something and then you won't know exactly what it is. You know, like it would
Right.
be a complete absolute spoiler for some of your characters. So I have these multiple routes where I want to take the story. It's just hard to choose.
Mhm.
So basically, just to summarize it, those routes, I either have a traditional beat the last boss, everything gets better, and the stuff that's messed up stays messed up. I have a route that delves in deeper into the things in the past, and you get more into why things happened, and hopefully come to a conclusion where you can wrap everything up with a bow and put a lid on the stuff from the past, and it still will be there, but because of the individuals involved, you can basically say, hey, you guys were alive, you guys did your thing, it's our turn. Time for a lot of that stuff to start becoming history, to be blunt about it and not like spoil anything, like that kind of feeling, you know.
Mhm.
um those are the two main rounds, I feel like. But the problem is, um we've done so much of them, and I'm trying to do a lot of you right now. And that I'm realizing when I'm trying to do a lot of you right now, they're being in the way. And it's like, ugh, you know, I kind of want this moment where it's just the guys dealing with their personal character stuff, like Castilla and her family and her cat and her kingdom, or family's kingdom, Circe and her family, um, and her Feywild and the original issue she had with her Feywild, Spis, and there's a lot of family stuff.
There's a lot of family names
Yeah.
in your
Well
flat, actually.
traumatized.
It's everyone but Vikda, honestly.
Vikda, some guy from Ohio.
Some
Yeah.
guy from Ohio.
Yeah.
And he's kicking ass. I mean, he has birth.
Spis and her family, and so when I tell you this is not something that's going to happen for sure, but I want to tell you this idea, and you let me know how you feel about it. Or maybe not.
The gears
It's
are
so
turning as we talk.
so
Oh,
hard
no.
because I don't want to spoil possible things that can happen, because if I tell you the idea and you guys think it's a good idea, then you know what's going to happen, you know.
We're not that smart.
No, but some of this stuff is not like, it's almost like 1 + 1 = 2. You know, it's not.
Yeah, we're not that smart.
Listen,
There's a
we've been getting 3 a lot here, I gotta say.
a story with Spis's character.
Ooh.
There's a thing involving Spis's character and her purpose, and
Oh my god.
the thing that Spis had talking to her.
Kind auntie.
And that theme could absolutely fit everyone, because Castilla also has this similar thing going on with her character, and that she's gonna
Uh-oh.
find them.
Oh, like
Um,
kind of like what you're made to be.
We're not meant
Almost,
to exist, but here we are.
almost, or what you're mirroring in
Mm.
a sense.
Mm.
See? 1 + 1 almost made 2. That's close, like a 2.5.
And I can fit the other two characters in that sense, and I would know exactly where to take the story. But it's just, I don't know how you guys would feel if I went that direction. It gets very complicated. It gets very time related. Other characters being other characters, existing in the same realm, kind of thing.
It would definitely be encouragement for us to finally get that red string board up.
It would.
Yeah.
We always talk about it, and yeah.
I literally got gifted a bunch of red thread. I can do it live. We can have a whole session based on it.
I found
Yes,
websites
red
for us to
spring
use.
session.
I found multiple.
But also
And-
imagine getting an actual poster board and then getting to wrap it around yourselves.
We have too many notes for that.
I could finally
True.
become the meme.
I have 95 pages of notes. Like,
Not enough.
That's
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I mean when I mean like one of the routes. So one of them is a little more complicated, but when it ends, it's going to make the next campaign better because they won't have to deal with that stuff.
Just our characters like, you're welcome. We
And
made
your
your lives
characters
easier.
will still exist, and they're going to have this big decision they have to make
Uh-oh.
about how they want to leave everything. And the other route is much more traditional in the sense of there is a bad guy, and we just got to get rid of that bad guy. And then you find out the reason why everything is done, and that's it. Well, we saved the world. Time to go
High fives
on.
all around.
Yeah. And those are the two routes I have. And my problem with one is like one of them is more complicated, sure, but it kind of gives me the chance to like soft reset and not fully reset, because all that stuff is going to exist and will have existed, but it's a way where your characters can decide what they want, where they want things to go, and it mirrors the decision that the assholes had to make at the end, except this time it would actually be a real decision as opposed to them being fooled.
I mean,
And
I
the other
think
ones,
I think Kaleidoscope are pretty. I don't know if anyone else agrees, but I feel like Kaleidoscope have never taken the easy route
Yeah.
in anything.
I was
Agreed.
kind of thinking that. I'm like, the campaign has already felt a little complicated, at least to me. So making it even more complicated just sounds fun.
Kaleidoscope
Right.
like, we don't do big bad evil guy and wipe our hands. We're gonna
We're gonna
take
fuck shit up.
the
We're gonna
most beeline of beelines that's
All-
somehow a Z line.
Also, all of us are way too curious. So if any of us even catches a whiff that there is a deeper thing that we can go down, we're diving
Just
head
ignore
first.
stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, no thoughts, head
Jesse,
empty, we're following the
you-
trail.
You know us because we hyperfixated on the possibility of a third Duck and Anastasia sibling
Yeah,
for a year, over a year.
That's not real. That doesn't
Exactly.
exist.
For a really
Because
long
we were
time.
trying, we found a little tiny thread and thought, oh wait, it was phrased this way, it must be this. We
were
like a
tugging
mystery.
on the thread so hard. We were trying to make it connect.
And you know, I've made a lot of your theories real, especially the ones that you felt so strongly about.
Thank you for humoring us.
No, I like to do that in general as a DM. Whenever I hear people think something is a certain way and they really feel strongly about that, uh, and I feel like it fits, I like to alter the story to that form, and that doesn't intrude into my story as much as other things do. Um, but that goes back to when I tell you that the old stuff tends to feel like it doesn't it's getting in the way of that.
Yeah, we can ignore it. Retcon.
Um, it's hard when the world's so heavily built on it, and I like to treat the characters with respect, your characters and everyone you've known. But it's almost like this campaign can go in a route where it fixes everything so that the rest of the campaigns going forward um, don't deal with that aftermath. And
We're the butterfly effect.
Oh my gosh.
sort of,
Oh my god.
It all goes full circle.
Yes.
and if we do a second campaign, if the mini campaign gets bigger or whatever ends up being the case, or if you guys decide the mini campaign should stay small, those characters have their small instance, and then we want to make new characters for a second campaign, whatever ends up being the case, now that I'm finally growing to a point where I'm no longer trying to wing a lot of stuff, and I'm prepping more often, and I'm using my um, my ability to improv during my preps or during the sessions with my preps in a much more beneficial manner. Um, I lost my train of thought. I'm getting to a point where I feel like a second campaign is going to feel very different, um, more organized, but less. But I'm still very much, I enjoy the chaotic randomness of everything. So, which is why I'm not getting rid of the improv, and I'd rather it only come out during a session when it's absolutely necessary, as opposed to like, we'll see what happens.
Mm.
And it's only because I love this campaign so much and your characters and where you guys went with the story and everything that I genuinely, I'm like, I don't want to, this is this is one of my favorite stories ever so far, and I want it to be great, but I had such flaws in the early days of it that as I'm getting better, those flaws are starting to become more apparent, and I'm dealing with them now that I'm getting better at it, and I want it to be great all the way through. But I also want to give you guys a campaign where it's better, Jesse, the entire way through. But that doesn't make me feel bad about this one, because like Abby said once, like all the weird stuff that your characters do, you want these characters to feel more special because you feel more connected with these characters, or these guys are your babies basically. Um,
Our children.
I want,
Yeah.
I'm almost treating them with, for a lack of better term, like the vox machina of whatever other campaign comes into the future.
Now the Vox Machina to the next Smitey 9.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Essentially,
terrifying, but also amazing.
essentially, they're going to become very important. Probably no character coming forward is ever going to get to strengths or 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 so interconnected with the background stuff, like the primordials and things like these characters ever did. Like you'll meet some next characters will meet them, but not literally. There's two right now in the campaign. Zephyr is a conduit of one of them, and there's another one that you just were told that's you're kind of going through the ringer with them.
Mm.
We're meeting all of them.
Pretty much, but this campaign is going to be the ultimate setup for this. It's becoming the ultimate setup for this world because I've changed it so much to fit you guys. And so it's almost like I'm slowly not erasing, but altering the past lore and making a new foundation. And that past lore still fits to be a way in the ancient past kind of thing. And if you guys are finding things very often coming from the past, but the next guys they'll be lucky if they even see one thing, and when they do, it'll be treated like this relic that has no information that the gods can't even tell you about, you know, as opposed to you guys like being so in it. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm at, and I want to get your feedback, and I want to know what you guys think what direction do you think we should take it, and yeah, that is pretty much it.
I mean, I think I like the idea of it sort of becoming something. It kind of sounds like I'm being mean to campaigns that are like, here's the BBEG, the end kind of thing. But like, I kind of like the idea of it being more than that. I like that vibe personally. Just because I think it fits our little guys. I just think that's what they would do. They would somehow stumble into something that they didn't even know they were stumbling into and rewriting history, which I feel like feels so accurate for them. It's an average Wednesday. I stumbled in and I changed the future and the past.
I like the idea because I'm the typical, I love the hero save the day, the end story. That's me. But I also like the concept of our characters impacting things so much, even if it's not fully recognized it's them to an extent. You know, because you never know what the future will entail. But I think it's a fun idea. I think it's absolutely downright amazing that you trust us, Jesse, so much. With our characters and our decisions, as insane as we are.
We're not gonna blow up the world.
Chaos
Yeah.
crew.
You guys are ground zero.
Chaos crew.
Whatever happens here is set in stone. You know, you guys
That's
are ground
right.
zero.
And thank you, first of all, for even wanting to do that. Anything for our characters. Because they're all insane. I like the idea of us being that Vox Machina, you know, ground zero, whatever. I think that's fascinating for these characters who, quote unquote, aren't supposed to exist. You know, they made names for themselves, they've gotten wrangled up in all this. You know what? Let them change history. In a good way, hopefully.
God, hopefully.
Crossed. Touch wood.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully for the best.
So like,
And selfishly for Spis, I just really want her to have that. You know?
just a giant middle finger to her mom, like,
Literally.
fuck you. I changed history.
More important than you, bitch.
Your name won't be remembered, but mine will.
to have. Like, personally, I myself, just considering the amount of complexity that I cannot seem that I seem to like. For whatever reason, I am just unable to just acknowledge the more complex parts of a story for whatever fucking reason. I just look surface deep, and that's it. Meanwhile, meanwhile these guys are digging. Meanwhile, these three dumbasses are digging out the fucking excavators.
Yeah, so often in the wrong direction.
Exactly.
We're digging
Maybe we
so
should
we're
do more. Can I roll an intelligence check to see if my character is smart enough to figure out what?
us three are the equivalent of Circe feeding Spis clay in the in the tree to see if there's
fantastic.
any science to be had.
This is the scientific method.
Like, there's
And-
no
and-
purpose. It's clay. We know that. But we're going to do it anyway.
I'm gonna eat clay.
With
course
this,
we
I come to my last thing I need to tell you. You guys should feel free, and I encourage for you to take the story in whatever direction you feel like you want to go. Don't I give you information sometimes so that you have an idea where things could be. And there's times where you guys are just sitting there and you don't know where you should go next. Go wherever you want to and feel like you should go. Ask whatever questions you feel like you should ask. If I need to clarify things, tell me to clarify things. If you want to roll checks for things, let me know. Go ahead. Like the intelligence check thing. Like, hey, can I do an intelligence check? Because I may not be able to figure this out right now, but can I roll an intelligence check for my character if they can figure this out?
Yeah.
And that way you can tell me more. That's
Abby is
absolutely.
stupid, but
I
is Cersei smart?
I encourage that absolutely, because I don't want to railroad you, and I at times before at the start I felt like I was doing it just I didn't realize I was doing it at times, and not all the time, but at times I was doing it. And as I've gone further in, when I give you the opening, sometimes you guys don't know where you want to go, and then I kind of have to road you in again, and I'm just like, I want to give you the freedoms. You got to let your character's curiosity go wild.
That's what you asked for. Just
That's a dangerous game.
it's a dangerous game with a fae who's got no concept of
Anything
reeling it in.
bars open, it's ground zero. You know.
I have a whole list.
Sorry,
of...
Vikda. The voice from the sky said that I can do literally whatever I want.
Cersei, I swear to God, step away from the bar with the fire. I
I
swear.
mean, I have a list of things we want to do already. So.
Look, if the
That's all.
voice in the sky said it's all game, we can do whatever we want. I don't know if anyone can hear that voice, but it's speaking
This
truth.
is what
No, I trust you.
This and-
We're on we're on item 3 already.
Perfect. Perfect.
I can assure you, none of those are going to get you rich quick. They are just going to get you in prison.
Oh no, these aren't the
Nope.
get rich quick schemes. These are just things to do.
That's true. But if you're curious, that's get rich quick scheme 4.
I come with another thing that I'm going to completely clarify without telling you what it is, because you've established you want to keep it a secret until you find it out. The moats. The moat mechanic
Mhm.
is designed for you to tweak things in an imaginative way, and that's how you're able to use them. Your moat subclass specializes those tweaks tailored to your character, but moats are a resource that can be generally used to tweak things to alter a possibility or an effect. Say, Victor throwing an ice knife and then wanting it to change directions if it misses, so he uses a moat to make that possible.
Oh, rewind.
Or Circe wanting to see in a prison that does not allow you because of the anti-magic protecting scrying, so you use the moat to make that a possibility. That is how you use moats, or can use moats. And it goes so the moat resource is free to be used for anything, even outside of combat. In that sense, it is an open source. You may only have however you have right now of moats, but it can be used for various things. I'm saying you throw me what idea you have that you want to use a moat charge into, and we'll see what it does, kind of thing. The combat side of it is your subclass. Because at one point I did ask you, and I don't think you were here, Emily, because this was when you were off. I asked if they wanted anything like the moats to be a part of the mini campaign's characters. But at the same time, I also asked, I wanted you guys to work with each one of you individually, what you think your final, because I want to give everyone a final moat set ability, almost a all-in ability, that you can wage. Do I want to do all the little stuff I can do with my moats, or do I want to dump it all for this really big thing that my character can do? And Val said, well, I would kind of like if the moats can just do things outside of combat. And I should have just told you at that time, but the moats can do stuff outside of combat. Just generally, the moats can just do stuff outside of combat. You can use the moats to make things do stuff they're not necessarily supposed to do. And it is very open, but there's no way to restrict that or to make that more not less complicated, but less open-ended. I want to freeze this door shut, but I don't have an ability that lets me do that. But I have Ice Knife. So can I use the Ice Knife to throw it at the door and use a moat to expand the ice and freeze it at its edges to reinforce it? Stuff like that. Or I want use this fireball, but I want it out here, but I don't want it activated yet. Can I use a moat to delay the time of my fireball, toss it down, and hopefully time it right to when someone comes in, it just booms. The moat does a lot as just a resource by itself. It's your moat subclass that specializes it in a combat way for your character.
So to apply to apply certain effects that are not accidentally specific for Vikda, because
Vikda and Circe
will,
more. Because I think
Could it be maybe like could
something
Spis have like used a moat to like aid in opening? Because remember that like door that was really rusted and not difficult to open? Could Spis have like moated it to like get some extra oomph to like open the thingy, the hatch, that kind of thing?
I want to use a moat to get extra strength to be able to pass this check that I failed.
Okay. I think that's what was tripping me up more, is because a lot of the moat uses or examples and everything we had were very magic specific or magic based, and so I think I thought that they were specific things that Circe and Vikda could do for like their moat abilities. But since Spis isn't a magic user at all, I was like, I don't know what she can do.
No, they're very open-ended. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the name of the moats because I think it's not going to spoil. It's not going to ruin anything. Is what I think. I think when you get to the point where you would have found out, the reveal of what it's connected to is going to be enough. The name is just not going to be a big deal. I've thought about it a lot, and I think it's going to benefit everyone better if you just know what it's called. The moats are called moats of possibility.
Nice. Cute.
And in that name, they make things that are not possible possible.
It's a
And
pretty on point name, to be honest.
That's how they're meant to be treated in general, the moats. And so you can get creative with it. Like try to get so weird that I tell you no. Try. I'm waiting for it.
I'd like to use my magic mode to be be able to fly, but also
Free Anastasia. We're on the
There-
spot right now.
There are some limitations, but it's not because that magic can't do it. It's because you are mortal beings. You're not God. You know?
Can I use my magic mode to bring Raven back to life?
No.
Can I use my
No.
moat to become a god?
No.
Look, when
Well-
I'm level 20,
You
I
can
can
have
do
it.
multiple
Well,
modes
wait,
of resurrection.
I heard what?
How many
With
moats?
enough ether and a mo, you can become a titan, and that's
And
kind
a
of like
cult.
God.
And a cult. You need a cult.
How
No
many-
cult!
No, it
And a
doesn't have to
cult.
be. Does it need
Cow
a cult?
cult.
No cow cult!
Yes, cow
Yes,
cult.
cow cult.
No!
More
The answer
cows.
the answer to that, Val, is yes and no. Can your character do that with the amount of energy they have? No. Have people ascended because of this specific kind of power? Yes.
There you go.
I asked that kind of in a joking way because you said that your characters are mortal, not gods. So it was like, okay, can we become gods then?
Can I be
I
a
wasn't
god?
expecting that to be a half yes, half no.
No, but maybe you can dump your moats and try to say, for this next round or two, I can't take any damage.
There you go.
You
Or for this
Cough,
next
cough.
round,
Use it this session.
for the
Cough,
next round
cough.
or two, I have this specific wild magic effect.
the way I balance the moat uses outside of your subclasses is you roll that general 20 that I always tell you to roll. No, not connected to wisdom, intelligence, none of that. It's just a general d20. And there is a certain threshold depending on how big of the thing you're asking me to do. The DC can be either closer to 15 or to 19, depending on how dramatic the thing you're telling me to do, or lower down to like a 5 or a 10. And that's what that roll is for. And I apply the DC to whether or not I think the thing you're asking me to do is a very impactful thing, or is very a strong thing you're asking me to do with this mode ability. But it's still possible. It's just the DC can be higher. And some of them will require you to use more than one mode, depending on how dramatic your of a thing you're doing. But that's how the modes work, and I think it's better that you know that way, because they've not been very prevalent, and I feel like it's because it's confusing and you don't know how to use them or what to use them for or why we would use them, except for the occasional times you use your moat subclass stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're so integral to your characters in terms of what they're meant to be and what your characters are meant to be and why you have that ability, that you should know. That way you're more willing to use it, now knowing what it can do, even outside of combat. Which, speaking of combat,
Oh no!
Yeah.
Perfect segue.
Everyone panic.
Ah.
we left left off with the Chaos Crew.
It's a trademark,
Co-
actually.
Completely bisecting my maze and figuring
Try to
out
kill
what
a
was
bird.
in the middle without having to go through it. Which is fine.
Told you I'd cheat this maze, Jess.
Yeah,
We-
well, I got you back. You're stuck there.
Damn
Uh,
it!
Listen, if the spider didn't
And-
work, Spis was going through with the sword.
I gave you that ring, you know, so
Wasn't the
it's
consequences
it's
of
on
our
me.
actions.
You entered within the center of the maze to find this strange living thing, this thing that makes you feel like it is a insult to nature itself. Coming to life, these orchids on the top, these large orchids that let out this strange aroma, the leftover carcasses and bones of the various individuals it's feasted on, adorning the creatures like medals, stands from the ground, ripping the dirt itself as its roots take form in a limb and leg kind of formation like a cephalopod. The maze locks around you. You're stuck. And at the edges of the maze, you see those various fruit-like beads sticking, glowing the room. And maybe your eyes are doing tricks on you, but you can see them growing. I would like Circe and Spis' roll for initiative.
Ah.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
Hello, Bard.
Oh dear.
Hold on. I need to.
I know no valid tracker was chosen.
We'll see if my
Listen,
advantage works this time on initiative.
everything else out of this corner here.
No, it doesn't, but I still got 19.
Oh. Well, we'll see when Ostara comes out. Oh, it should be put back there. There we go. 19. Okay.
Are we
Also,
supposed
what
battle
happened?
map? Are we? We're still on. At the very least, we're still seeing the.
Team Cringe fail.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It's okay when you can say it.
We're
I'm
still
switched over. I didn't know I didn't switch over.
Oh.
Make
Okay.
sure you switch the little bookmark too. That transfers the players.
Ah, there we go.
Here we are.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yes, our friends the
Hell!
Cosplayer.
Can we go back to
hell.
the can we go back to cringe fail, please and thanks?
Yeah, I preferred that one. That one's nicer.
I get to listen to that tomorrow when I drive to Orlando. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
I'm so
My
sorry for
Osiris
the
down the bottom.
audio. Good luck hearing me.
You're good. My audio's shit in my car, anyways.
Yeah, you won't be able to hear anything I say.
It's fine. I can jack it up to 100. That way I can hear you.
I might be a little loud.
Go fuck yourself. Sorry.
And then let's do. Okay.
Fighting the
wait.
demon.
Sometimes I forget that you have Tourette's, and then you have like a tick, and I'm just very violently reminded.
Yeah,
it's
no, I
always-
did that in front of my teacher coworkers for the first time today. That was fun. Sitting there screaming "fuck you" at the top of my lungs. I'm like, don't be mad, don't be mad. Don't be mad. So sorry.
For a moment, I forgot Rem is in this fight.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
he
our
is.
star player.
Yeah.
We need
Rem,
the
save
extra
us, Rem.
firepower.
Save us, Rem.
Does he have a specific bonus to initiative other than what would be a 17 with his +2 to Dex? Let's find out. paging to.
Page harder.
I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing anything about initiative. All right.
All right. Well, you guys go first.
Good luck, guys. I get to watch. I'm excited.
Circe still has that concentration up, right?
Oh, I
Of
do.
that
Yeah, hold on. Let me
flaming
draw my
sphere?
little sphere guy. How big is he? He's only 5 foot. He's only Echo. Yeah, I do. I will draw him. He was. That big. I want him to linger so I can draw it. Could I? Circle. He's actually a bit bigger than that, but I don't actually care. That's fine. That'll do.
We don't do
That'll
geometry
do, don't
here.
you? That'll do. Wait, there we go. That's my flaming sphere. And he's like here. When we
I thought flaming
it says
was
5 foot.
5 foot. I thought I have it written down as 5 foot diameter, so fills 1 square.
Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, so it is. Why does the circle do not diameter? That's stupid. I thought that the square would
I'll be
just
right
like
back.
default.
Okay.
Gives me a chance to change the color. Da-da-da.
Close enough.
There we go. Yeah. When the flaming sphere started to burn the creature initially, from a glance, we use Pokemon terms, did it seem super effective, or did it seem to do the amount of damage that it would do to anyone else, or did it like go up like a Christmas tree?
I'll allow for a free action. Make a perception check.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Green, pink, or purple? What's the vibe?
Purple.
Green.
Oh, I don't roll these in combat because I can't do maths, but that's an easy one. That's just a +5. Ooh, that's a natural 8 plus 5 is 13.
That's not bad.
Sorry, what was it? 19?
13.
13.
I wish it was 19.
13's not bad. You saw as the flaming sphere like landed next to it, and it kind of like reeled from it. You don't see any wounds on it from the distance it was at, but it definitely decided to stand up and get out of its perimeter.
It's like, fire. Okay. Okay. So it doesn't seem to like fire. That's a good start. I think. I think we should just go in, I guess, because it's definitely gonna want to kill us.
Yeah.
I'm still to read how flaming sphere works.
I need to double check bolstering magic. Okay.
Can I do like an active check for what those the fruits you said they were like growing?
Yeah. With that 13, you see the fruits. There are various around amount of them coming out from the hedges. What are you checking for?
I want to see if my first instinct is to think, are they growing so much that they're gonna like not explode in like a it's gonna blow up kind of way, but like explode in a way that might release like a gas or a pollen or something that might affect Visitus or myself in some negative way.
I will say, with the perception you rolled, you see some of the larger ones.
Mhm.
You begin to see something darker within the center of the fruits, and some of these fruits are starting to get kind of very big as they're starting to sag down to the ground.
No,
Oh,
they're gonna deposit some sort of creature.
Oh, they're gonna give birth.
And they're kind of like all around us in this area that we're in.
They're located in various different locations, but you imagine they're around the hedges. Yeah, they're all around the corners,
Mm-hmm.
and they're spread about. I will say, let's see. I do wish there was a way I can rapid put a bunch of dots everywhere.
You can use the paintbrush tool. Go to the paintbrush, freehand, make sure the line is extra large, and then you can put dots. Like, doot, 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 doot.
Oh.
That's what I did.
So you see up here. Oh, well. For now, that those are the ones you see currently.
Okay. Okay. As a bonus action, it says I can use my sphere and ram it into something.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? I don't like these. I don't like these bulbs. I think the sky's a problem, but I think the bulbs are a problem too. Can I ram the sphere into this one?
Yes, you can.
So it. I mean, it has to make a dex saving throw.
You hit automatically. Just roll for damage.
It's like if it's alive, it makes a dex save, I guess. So it's 2d6 automatically because it was a fail. Oh my god, that was off. 3 fire damage.
3. You crush into it, and the
Where's
ball
our
kind
Sarah?
of rolls back a little bit, and you see it. It's smashed a bit, but it still seems like it's growing.
Oh crap. Spis, do you think you can kind of like, I don't know, help the big guy? I feel like these plants are not good, and I think they're gonna do something terrible. Though I couldn't tell you exactly what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds smart. Here. Spis is gonna just step back real quick. Oh, I can't do both at once, but I have to. Spis is gonna reach up to tap Circe and cast Bolstering Magic. Again. But this time, instead of a spell slot, you get you roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or an ability check, and add the number to the d20 roll.
Ooh.
So basically a d6, but make it a d3 because the d3 doesn't exist.
Okay.
You know, like d6.
Sweet. From this is bolstering magic. I'll swivel on my heel, and as an action, I would like to hurl a produce flame at this one. Because I'm going for the orbs. That's my job now. Orb killing.
Roll for damage.
Oh. That's
Ew!
And then add a d3.
Add a d3 for fun.
Just for the funny.
We got 1 and 4 are the same. 2,
1 and 2.
5 are the same.
Just do
Oh, that's way
1,
easier.
2,
That's,
3, 4,
yeah,
5, 6.
that's way
1, 2,
easier.
3.
Damn, max damage.
Even
Huh?
more. So how much is that now? It's
The
gone up
sigh, Death Thief.
because my produced flame
No,
has
no,
gone
no.
up. Because it's
No,
weird.
it's funny,
Where's
it's
my
funny to
produced
me.
flame? Produced flame is now 3d8 fire damage. That whatever that is, 8 times 3. I suck at maths. I'm so sorry. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus a regular 3d8. I'm just rolling for damage because I'm lazy. Plus 7. So that's 31 points of fire damage.
31 points. Yeah, nope, just it pops and bursts into flame. You see this small little this small, like the size of a doll, this humanoid like vine kind of fall to the ground as it burns.
Oh. Okay, yeah, definitely bad things are in those paths. I'm almost certain of.
I remember there being for Rem. I remember there being a sort of canopy over this whole thing, over this whole area.
Yes.
How high is that?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
We're caged in.
Yeah. And I do just want to check that there doesn't seem to be anything like. There's no obvious signs of living, like writhing vines or whatever that would grab at Rem if he flew basically at the top.
Rem can make a perception check.
Wonderful.
Huh? Perception check. Rem. Sorry.
That is a 12.
12. Rem notices that some of the vines are a little loose, but
Okay.
yeah. But they're not necessarily moving.
Okay. All right. Rem. How much fly speed does he have? Fly speed 30 feet. Okay. I was looking at my notes and seeing that and saw that he supposedly had a fly speed of 10 feet, but that didn't feel right. 5, 10, 15. And
Rem gets taken by a vine immediately.
We're like,
Don't say that, Belle.
I just say that he's flying like.
we have to keep you alive for Vikda's sake.
I just say that similar to just he's flying in like the top half of the
like hovering.
Like 5 foot square, like 5 foot cube.
Okay.
And going to do a firebolt. Going to do a firebolt at this one, the one that Circe rammed.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16 base roll to hit, plus
Mm-hmm.
9 to attack, plus 9 to a hit.
Yep, I mean that definitely hits.
All right, 2d10 firebolt. Okay, that is 8. That is 8 fire damage.
Yeah. It just you just finish the rest of it off. The squished fruit bursts into flames as the small, almost voodoo doll looking from the size, vined creature kind of falls into the ground and burns away. So we're going to get rid of that one.
Hey, cheer.
Go, Rem.
See? This is why we're so happy you didn't leave us. I tuck his little pre-made harness into my bag.
It's Rem with the 1,000-yard stare.
Oh God, I want to draw that now.
And then I think last thing to do is for Spis to do bonus action enrage. Then.
All right. Let's get that roll. Let's see what you got.
Please give me something
Ball
good.
berries,
Please.
ball berries, ball
Ball
berries.
bearing, ball bearing.
If we get the fucking ball bearings.
But remember, heat metal.
94
Or
is really high, and that's typically really good.
The fact that heat metal would actually work.
Hold
all
on.
right. Well,
Haven't
all right.
put it. What's 94?
That feels ominous.
Okay. That. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's not helpful.
It might be.
I don't think
Anything's helpful when you
counterspell is
try hard enough,
helpful.
Belle. Counterspell, it's a magical plant.
You could counterspell me. That would be funny.
That is not how counterspell works, Emily. I'm sorry.
If the plant is here and cursed, counterspell its ass. That's all I'm saying.
While I'm raging, while you're raging, you gain 1 per day counterspell.
1 per day.
So I
That
have.
could be helpful.
While I'm raging, I just get 1 use of counterspell while I'm raging here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wiley shows up and you go, fuck you.
Unless
don't
we keep
think-
your rage up all day, every day.
Somebody would have to just
I will
punch
say,
me.
remember, Val, you could use a moat to re-roll if you really want to.
Do it. Do it, Val.
I do have that, or I could just wait to take a
Double
little
your-
damage. And it'll re-roll.
That
And
too.
That's true.
I can re-roll that too. I have multiple ways
just-
of re-rolling. So
And just subsequently save the moat for the powered rages.
yeah, I want to see. Yeah, I want to see what this guy does before I actually use the.
Yeah. It can cast a
Moats.
spell. We don't know.
Yeah. So
I cast fuck you.
that's why I'm not raging with the moats yet. Also, I can't attack this round.
All right. Is that it?
I think that's everything.
Okay. Well.
Scramble to
there
find
are-
more
Great,
things
guys.
to do.
You're doing great.
First is going to be the layer action.
Fuck.
No,
Oh.
Counterspell.
Oh,
Counterspell.
the layer action.
I don't know.
No.
We don't know what it is yet.
No layer action for you.
Counterspell.
Ooh,
Fireball.
Okay.
Don't make that noise. Don't.
Counterspell.
Ooh.
Let's go. 1,
The other question is:
2.
Is Spis
No.
smart enough to
3.
know how and when to use counterspell?
How does counterspell work? I mean, to be fair, we've never used it.
Suddenly you know you can raise your middle finger and something will happen.
You see 4 more of those fruits begin to grow outside of the vine areas.
Oh.
Okay, and then I need to roll for. I'll do that at the end. But let's see. He is going to walk over here.
I can
No.
walk.
Spindly walking.
You see this thing as it comes off of the ground, and these vines are kind of holding it up, kind of like if a pseudopod can stand on its various different legs. It just begins to crawl across
No. No.
the dirt.
Spis makes a dramatic gagging noise. Blech.
We gotta make this
Sorry.
plant embarrassed. That's gonna be our key to win.
Cringe it to death.
Make it feel so uncomfortable.
As uncomfortable as we are.
It is going to attack you with a vine attack. And it's going to also attack. Let's see. What's the distance? There we go. Yep, it's going to attack both of you with the vine attack, actually.
Oh god, I knew I should have
Oh.
moved.
No, Spis stepped forward to make sure Circe went. I failed.
It's got range, unfortunately.
Shrink, maybe.
You know, it's got a roll to hit.
Yes, it does.
It could miss.
All right. So for you, Spis, it's going to do. Let's see. Oh, I gotta turn this off. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. That's strange. All right, whatever. Nope. Does a 10 hit? I'm assuming not.
No. I don't think
No,
a 10 hits
okay.
either of us.
So the vine, well, they're separate. So the vine goes and it swings towards you, and you dodge out of the way as it hits the ground and begins to, kind of drag back towards its body. And the other one goes and whips towards you, Circe. As a 12 hit.
No.
No, bad rolls. Bad
Thank
rolls.
God.
Fuck you.
And it misses you as well.
No.
It's going to, unfortunately, missing both its things. It's going to run over here. Spis, you can take an attack of opportunity.
Let's go.
How tall is this thing?
So this thing is about, it's pretty wide. It's a big mound of like dirt that has a bunch of vines everywhere. I would say it's almost reaching the top.
No.
So it's about like
Okay.
7 or 8 feet tall.
Gotcha.
Oh, hold on. Let me roll. To hit. Does a 14?
14 probably does not. It could actually. No, it does not hit, unfortunately.
Dang.
You go and you swing towards it, and it almost just dodges out of your reach as you see 2 of the vines from underneath it grab onto parts of the dirt and sling it forward.
It's using pocket
That's-
sand?
Sounded you.
Oh.
Nah, that was just it propelling itself forward.
Yeah, it rooted to it with its vines and kind of
Oh.
propelled itself forward, slingshotting it almost.
I thought like
To
threw dirt at
to
me.
evade your.
I like the pocket sound vibe.
I was gonna be so offended if it threw pocket sand.
It went,
at
fuck
this.
you, and pocket sounded you.
As the round ends.
No.
Okay. You see
No.
the one over here. Let's see. Manual. Let's do this one. You see the fruit, the orange, almost mango fruit that's filled with this liquid grow, and it hits the ground
Ugh.
as it begins to swell up
Oh no.
intensely and just bursts. This guy down here opens as a large vine-like creature falls onto the ground and begins to stand up.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh, Spis. We're fucked.
Oh.
You got this.
Oh boy.
You know what?
Oh, he does not want to hit the battlefield for some reason.
Good. Stay off the battlefield.
Because it doesn't want us to die. It likes us too much.
There we go.
Oh,
With the power of friendship.
oh but he's just a little guy.
I hate the fact that I recognize both of these images as their own, as the canon creatures, like a corpse flower and a shambling mound, but I know
Yeah.
that's not what they are.
No, they're being repurposed.
Yeah.
that ends their turn. It's your turn now. They get to take a turn in the next time.
Well, what? Oh no. um. Oh, this is going perfectly, wonderfully, perfectly. Couldn't have gone any better.
Yep.
If just don't mind me, I'm just having a little look on how I can run away from this thing.
Uh,
I mean, if you know what you're going to do, go for it. I'm measuring.
Hold on. Do-do-do.
Yeah. Kill. Fuck. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. I'm very tick heavy as I'm sitting here. I am so sorry to get to myself.
You are fine.
Okay.
You're voicing how I'm feeling.
I'm glad. I'll do that. My charts will do the talking for you.
Let's go. Yes. Only thing this has is possibly doing a moat, using a moat to try and hit this thing.
All right.
I think, yeah, can I use my moat rage? Or roll on that one?
You're using your moat rage, or you're using your moat to try to hit it?
Doing my moat rage thing, using a moat. I can't think of. I'm failing.
Moat rage to hit it.
Yeah, I'm failing with words here.
It's okay. It's okay. So, just one moat?
Yeah, for just one turn here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d6, I believe, to see what you get.
Yeah, let me just. Oops, I'm opening things I don't need to have open. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
You're gonna have to remind me what the 6 things are, because for some reason I
Oh,
don't
it's
have
all of
the little
them.
notebook that I had. Oh, you got all of them again.
Yes.
I go yes. Oh, that's really nice for a turn.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I don't remember what they all did, but I'm excited about the concept.
I remember I sent you the messages of what they all did, so I'm gonna go look back, because I don't have my notebook for some reason. I don't know why.
I can copy and paste them into.
No, I got them right here.
Okay.
So, you feel the energy flow through you as you channel that power you've used once before, and it clicks. You're surging with power. You can fly. You're in free flight. You turn into the bird form that you've transformed into once before. You get the extra 10 feet of movement because of that.
Yep.
The floor also electrifies as it covers the entire arena in its electric field. So the enemies now take 1d4 lightning damage from all sources.
Ooh.
You also get a d8 for you. So the 1d4 extra damage is for all other sources, and you get a d8 because of the lightning strikes twice.
Okay.
You gain 20 range on your attacks. 20 extra range for your attack, because your attacks turn into lightning whips. Okay, sorry. Never mind. I was confusing myself. This is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're good.
Yeah. We could cut it down if you want to, but so first off, you're a bird. You can fly 10 extra feet. You set an electric field down on the ground, so the enemies on their turn take 1d4 lightning damage, and on your turn you heal 1d4. You now do an extra 1d8 damage for all your attacks, you specifically, and you gain the extra 20 range, so you got a 30 range attack range. The 5 was you give all your allies 1d6 lightning damage for being within your presence for their attacks, be it magic or physical, as the electrical energy charges the attacks your friends create. And the 6 is just you get everything. Is what you rolled.
Yeah. So 3 says I get 1d8 bonus damage to my hits, and 5 also says it says you give all your allies plus yourself 1d6 lightning damage.
Yes.
So is it both 1d8 and 1d6?
Both 1d8 and 1d6.
Okay.
Nice.
To my hits.
Fuck them out, Spis.
If you like the extra damage, then sure. But if you feel like it's too much, then we can change 5 to being just your allies get the extra 1d6. Whatever you feel like is appropriate.
Nope. I think having them
Nope,
all is
I-
clear.
In this
I
particular moment.
I want the damage. I do like the damage. No, it is just a. I just need to like write it all out in like some concise thing for
having
how
everything at once is a lot, but you the fact that you rolled 2-6 in the last 2 times you use it just is just lucky. So it's not very often where you have everything activate at once.
I keep rolling. I've rolled 6 the most whenever I've used this, which is really funny to me. But okay.
God just wants you to keep winning.
Now just watch me miss the hit, because that'd be really, really funny.
Nat 20.
Because yeah, these all just give me bonus damage if I hit. I
Exactly,
gotta
nat 20.
hit first.
That's all you need.
So get your 2 attacks. They come out as almost like these lightning bolts that shoot out of Spis, since the weapon gets integrated within Spis's form in her attacks. She's just a giant thunderbird right now.
You're beautiful. You can do it.
Yes, Queen Slay. The only queen I'll allow playing.
This might be a bad idea, but I also want to do on my first, just to try and make sure it hits. I also want to do a reckless attack.
Go for it. Just let it loose.
You have
Fucking kill.
you take less damage anyways from rage, so
Yeah.
you have resistance.
So please hit. Does a 26 hit?
Beautiful.
That's a 26.
Beautiful.
You have 2 attacks, I believe, too.
Yes, I do.
Fucking that one for the second one for the other roll.
Oh, and stop.
No, I'm reading what was rolled.
Oh.
The 10.
I don't have roll 20 yet. That's why I'm like, don't jinx it.
Yeah, it was a 17 and that one. Yeah.
Damn.
For reckless attack, does that give me advantage on both rolls or just the first one?
While you have it active, so whatever you want that. Well, no, it just all your attacks during that turn.
Okay.
No,
I
it's
thought
any
it was
melee
just
attacks. It's all melee because anything against you is then all
Yep.
advantage.
All
So
your
that's like
attacks.
the trade-off.
Yep, during your turn is reckless.
When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly.
Yeah, I think it's just
You
you.
just do whatever you want.
I think it's just
Doing
you
so
have to
could be-
decide before you make your first attack,
Ah.
and
All
then
this get
after
lied
that.
to us all.
Yeah, and they're both reckless. So either they're both not reckless or they're both reckless. You can't do
Okay.
either or.
You do you.
I just wanted to
Okay,
make
it
sure.
does also say it gives you advantage on attack rolls using strength. So I'm not yeah. Do your thing.
Oh, well, nice one.
No,
Yo,
math.
let's go. Miss you, beautiful.
Fuck your ass.
It's a lot of dice, miss. Good luck.
This is the
I'm gonna
third
need
nat 20
assistance
in
doing
this.
math.
Do the easy
God,
one
it's
first. Ease
God
in.
himself is like, you know what? These guys deserve a little break.
Okay.
So you roll the first ones, you just roll them normally, and then the next ones you for the nat 20 you get the max number for all the dice plus the roll you do.
Okay. So I'll roll damage on the claymore first. This is just the first hit. So that's
Okay.
the 12 slashing. So that's 15 plus a d8 plus a d6.
I'm just adding all of the main.
Oh, I rolled
plus
horribly
6.
on both of those, but that's fine. So that's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Max damage is 26.
And then my second one will be
Okay, with the rulings on critical hits being it's max damage, meaning the same number twice. Would the Claymore's special effect trigger?
If it triggers on the roll, then yes.
Okay,
shoot.
but not on the additional not the nat 20
Not the
damage.
crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it still has to trigger on the damage. I believe the damage has to be two of the same number on the damage roll, and it's luckily it tells us here there was a 1 plus 4.
Do you have to
then,
roll it?
Yeah.
roll it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
two
no,
of the
you-
same number of the weapon slashing damage die.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, I got for the max damage part. I got. Oh wait, I +8 +6 for your rage bonus damage. I calculated 45.
What are you adding?
So,
Because
I'm
it's
adding
2d6 is 12. Plus 8 plus 6.
I was also adding the. I was also adding the modifiers like strength, and.
Oh, all of the strength mods, right?
Yeah.
+8 +8 +3 +6, and then yeah, rage damage. It's +3. So yeah, I think the second hit is 45 damage.
Spis.
No, the second hit, because the second hit should be it's the max damage dice, roll damage, any modify.
Wait.
Like
6 +
so.
6 +4. No.
Is that +3 added to all your attacks?
The +3 is my rage damage, so it's just added to the melee hit. It's not added.
Right.
I don't think it's added to all of them.
I got 68. You do 68 damage in total, if I got it correctly.
Okay.
Could I? That's such a stupid thing to argue. 69. No.
It'd be really funny to
One
argue it.
single point, just because it'd be funny.
Because it's the 12 plus 2 plus 1 plus 10 plus 8 plus 3 plus another 12, plus another 8, plus another 6, plus another 6 because of the 2 plus 3s.
You lost me
So,
after like the
60
second number.
What a degree.
60 points of pure lightning slashing damage.
I'm going with
Just
whatever you got.
pumped straight into the creature. If someone got different math, you can let me know. But
I like yours, it's higher.
This is just absurd. I love it.
Hold on.
you
what-
see as the Spis turns into the lightning bird, and just immediately as the ground electrifies, you get this almost like, you ever seen the scene where Mothra just tanks the lightning bolts from Ghidorah from the new movies? And weirdly, the angle makes it look like the moth is shooting it out of its chest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just see the big lightning beam just shoot out of the chest of the bird and hit the strange flower creature as it falls onto the ground prone from the amount of damage it took at once. The electricity kind of shocks its entire body and dissipates towards the ground. And there's a large char mark where it was left. In fact, you can see now within the center of this, as the vines are starting to regrow and try to cover up the area, an orb, a white glowing orb in the center of the creature. It looks very familiar to the both of you.
Oh.
Well, actually, Spis wouldn't have seen it. It looks very familiar to you, Circe.
Oh no.
Spis sees it now, but she wasn't there when you first saw this orb.
This orb. Is it my teleportation, my love of my life?
I
Is that
feel
orb?
like
Isn't it the crystal?
There's so many
The orb-
orbs in my life.
The orb is the size of a baseball, essentially.
Those the aether crystals.
My boys.
the thing that turned Valentis into a fucking
The thing that
massive
Goo
ogre.
monster.
yes, the one that he
Gooey
charmed it
man.
into and then turned into a goo man.
Ayin, hear my plea.
The vines
Perfect.
begin to kind of cover up the area, but only so much. The vines that were singed and burned from the lightning do not recover back. And that was your turn, Spis. That's a lot of, unless you have a bonus action you want to do, there's a lot of fucking damage. You can move as well.
Shoot, I'm a bird. Wait, I'm a bird.
I'm a bird.
I'm trying to. Okay, I was thinking because I'm like, I'm a bird. I don't have hands, but I
got
do.
feet.
I do have feet.
You're allowed to. The bird is aesthetical. You're allowed to freely change forms. You just gain flight
Oh,
with
can
that
I?
ability.
Okay.
You change either from the almost lightning elemental form you had, the humanoid lightning elemental form, and the bird form is
Gotcha.
whatever. Yeah.
But consider
So you can
a bird
have
grabbing-
hands.
A bird grabbing it
Consider.
with its foot is funnier.
A bird. We were told about a heart. Spis sees
Mhm.
an orb inside the creature.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a pretty logical conclusion to go, yeah, that's a heart.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like basically exposed now right after the attack.
It was for a second, and the vines begin to crawl around back, covering it again.
How covered? Like, can I see? Could I make a perception roll real quick to see if, to judge if Spis would be able to kind of dive in as a bird and grab the orb thing?
You know what?
Like, is there room?
I will allow. I did it mostly to give it like a little like, because the amount of damage and you burned the hole to reveal where it was. But as it's starting to close up, if you want to make a dexterity check to see if you're fast enough to reach it, And then you're gonna, if you do end up being fast enough to reach it, you're gonna have to make a strength check to see if you could pull it out.
You got the spell.
Okay. Okay. I just need to succeed. If I got this.
You have,
Believe in
you
you.
have advantage on strength. If you have
Speedy
advantage
wings.
on strength because of rage.
I do have advantage on strength, but I don't have advantage on dexterity. You said dexterity.
You got this.
Check.
Dexterity check is to reach it. Yes, it's not a saving throw; it's a check.
Okay.
Speedy wings, come on.
No, I don't think.
You have a moat. You have a moat.
You do.
Could I use a moat too?
You could use a moat to reroll. You got to keep account of your moats though. You've used
Yeah, I have a.
one already.
Yep, I have a tally on my sheet that I've been using.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a moat to try and reroll.
Go for it.
Come on, Belle.
No.
You are fucking kidding me.
You feel that surge of energy flow through you, the same that you use to attain your form, but something about it doesn't feel right, and it gives, and you just don't reach it fast enough.
I'm still just on him.
They're like,
I'm
hey.
just hi.
I feel
Hey,
like
Bestie.
you'd be next to it.
Yeah, you can move right here. Yeah, there you go. You're fine.
That was funny to
like,
just
this-
be under him.
Because this is like an 8-foot tall mound of mass. Like there is nowhere for you to be on top of it.
Well, I'm a bird.
Sorry.
It's a good try
There
though,
is-
Spitz.
Sorry about invading your personal space.
No, I'm not.
We were all rooting for
Give
you.
me your heart.
Give me your.
I said I love you. Why can't you return it?
We need the nectar.
After your turn, Spitz, are you done? Are you the movement bonus action? You're done.
Yeah. There's not much else I can do here.
After your turn, it's gonna take a legendary action,
No.
and you
God.
see one of the flowers bloom as poof, this reddish spore begins to encompass its area. I need you, Spis, and Circe, you're still close enough to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is really funny. That Rem backing up out of.
Oh,
from
I can
Spis.
roll Constitution.
I actually don't think it can affect Rem because he doesn't really have.
He is
Lungs.
a construct.
He's got lungs.
Yeah.
Is this poison?
Lung?
Technically, no, it's not a poison.
Ah, dang
That would have been too easy.
19 definitely saves. You feel your body tense up for a second, and
Analyzing.
you continue to move freely.
That's where my moat energy went.
Unfortunately, 10 is not a save, Circe.
R.I.P. Abby.
Circe, you feel your body tense up, and it moves involuntarily. I need you to cast.
Oh no.
Don't you dare.
I don't
come
have
hit
that many
me.
spells, Jesse.
Scorching Ray, and you're going to be targeting Spis.
Holy shit.
Don't you dare.
Regular Scorching Ray at its lowest spell necessary.
Spells.
Well, whatever lowest one you can.
Whatever one I have.
Yes.
Okay. Lucky for you, Spis. I do have a level 2 spell slot. So it is just one.
That's so great.
Mm.
I'm so glad.
Don't
Kill.
you your claymore does a thing when you take hits, doesn't it?
My claymore?
It'd be the rage effect that changes.
Ah, sorry. Okay, it's 3 hits. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3.
Wait,
Thank God, no
So
nat
good
20s.
HD.
So I'm assuming the first 2 hit.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's 6. Oh, no.
Oh.
Nice damage on that second one.
Uh,
18 points of fire damage.
That's so fun. My claymore does do a thing though. You were right.
I
If-
thought it did something when you took something, but I can't remember what it
if you take
was.
fire damage.
If you've taken fire
Yeah.
damage from a hostile source since the end of your last turn, the first target you hit with this weapon on your turn automatically takes this fire damage.
Takes this extra fire damage.
Takes this extra fire damage.
I count as
Alright.
hostile, right?
Yeah, I'll count it. That's fine.
That counts as. I mean, yeah.
So, that's 18 points of fire damage. So on my next, when I hit him next, he'll take 18 fire damage as well.
Yes. Unfortunately, Circe, that is your turn because you need to roll another Constitution modifier to see if you break out of this effect. It's the spores are taking control of your body as they take root.
So I just don't get to control my orb either. I get like no bonus action or anything.
Unfortunately, not for this turn.
That's fine.
It would be kind of funny if the orb just went in a random direction.
Just rolls off the screen 30 feet. It's like, I'm done. I don't want to be in this
Bye,
combat anymore.
guys.
Farewell.
Very well.
14 just saves. You're fine.
Circe
You
gives,
got this, Rem. I believe in you.
Spis gives Circe an offended look after being hit.
Sorry. It wasn't me. It was the weird thing. I don't know. Get it away from me.
That is a nat 1 to hit by Rem. I do not think, despite the,
It's okay,
despite
buddy.
despite the +9 to hit, I do not think it does.
That also hits Spis.
No! Stop hitting me!
I give Rem a little hug. On our consecutive failures today.
Wow, this bread is so good.
Hope you're enjoying it, Emily.
It's fantastic because I just get to sit and listen to the fear.
The pain.
Yeah, that's Rem's turn. Jesse, if you are saying anything, we cannot hear it.
Jesse is dead. Abby, quick, take over the campaign.
I heard
We win!
something like a microphone being fixed.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. I'm back.
You're fine.
You are fine.
Right. Circe's turn just ended for me. We're back.
Rem rolled. Rem definitely did not roll a natural 1, so I can. Eh?
I wasn't here. You can go ahead and roll again. I was not here.
That's a 5.
Oh, okay.
Even better.
Universe was like, no.
That is a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit, no.
No,
what are you
I hug
targeting?
Rem.
The corpse flower.
Yeah, no, it does not hit.
It's okay,
I
Rem.
thought you were gonna say corpse bride for a second. I was like, when did she show up?
Can she help us?
Emily, save
Is that
us.
allowed?
Can the corpse bride help?
Yeah, Castilla would count as a corpse bride, wouldn't she?
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
God.
she did die once.
And her, one of her fiancés is a corpse.
Yippee!
So.
I like how you say it like he's still actively a fucking fiance.
I mean, he was you never called off for the engagement, technically.
Whoops, of some
He's kinda
description.
dead.
And?
Dead to me.
Valenza's never died in front of you guys, I believe.
I know, and I'm
One.
still holding out hope he and Issa are in a town running a little cozy bookshop together, living through the horrors.
Valenza's being like, you know, I'm sorry for everything I did to you. It was a thing.
It was a
Yeah.
thing.
It was. I was
You're
having a
fine.
moment.
You know, marriages have problems sometimes. People are people.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
All right, start of
no.
the turn for the enemy. Layer action, unfortunately. I'm not trying to roll high.
Oh.
And then
Nat
let's
1.
do- Bam. That was 3 of them. Okay. And then we will have the big guy is going to move here. And he's going to go after you, Circe.
No, stop it.
Hi.
I'm glad.
Pleasure to meet you again.
I'm glad I'm moving Rem just perfectly out of the way
Look,
like every turn.
oh, and I didn't get a chance to move. I would like that to be. I would have moved if I could.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny that like I'm moving Rem's one space at a time, and it just so happens to be in the correct direction.
Oh,
You see the dirt in front of it open,
no.
Oh no.
and within it is this maw.
Oh god.
The teeth of it are almost made up of the various different bones of living things that it's consumed.
Ooh.
And it
Good
goes
for
and it
them.
tries to take a bite to you,
Not good for them.
attempting to consume you if it succeeds.
Yeah.
Don't be
Oh,
concerned.
you guys get to experience what Castilla did!
I'm not getting
Yay!
bored.
Just a
No!
lot
Bored
less,
asshole. No,
just a lot less fleshy, a lot more dirty.
you know, squishy.
That's 12 plus 5.
Oh.
That is
I-
a 17 to hit.
I would like to use my reaction.
Okay.
And as it comes to bite down, a fiery shield appears almost instinctively. Cersei doesn't seem to do anything; it just appears. Centered out of her bracelet of Aegis.
Okay.
So that's a miss.
The fiery shield comes up and the maw bites down on the ethereal flame shield. And the second it feels the licks of fire touch its maw, it just and it pulls back. The whip in the back is going to go and attack you, Spis. One singular attack. You see the vine as that's happening, almost like if it has a mind of its own. It just whips towards you.
Rude.
16 plus 5.
Oh, that hits.
That hits. It's going to do. It's 2d4 plus 4. It's not a ton. 4 for 8 points of bludgeoning damage halved, and you are now grappled.
Rude.
His plus 4 strength.
God damn.
Is that
Okay.
the end of it?
At the end of its turn, you are allowed to break off. It says so. You can break off now. If not, you're gonna have to do it at the end of your other turn.
Okay. I just so
It's a strength saving throw.
yeah, but the creature also has to take the 1d4 for the electrical field.
That is correct. It is correct. The lightning begins to lick at its various roots on the ground as it's trying to kind of almost like a dog on hot concrete, where it's kind of lifting its paws, trying not to step on the hot concrete, but it can't because it has to have something to stand it up. You see the vines take turns as they lift up and touch the ground, and every opportunity the lightning gets to lick up. Go ahead, roll 1d4.
Oof.
One point of lightning damage. I mean, it's free damage.
Yeah. I should also roll. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's my healing. I forgot to roll it.
Yeah.
And then I was also reading the electrical field thing. You lay an electrical field all around the floor, healing you for 1d4 and adding it to hits. So should I have added that onto my 2 claymore hits as well?
We're going to not do that. I might take that
Okay.
out because you already have so many dice
Okay.
to add into your damage.
I was like, I
And
don't
it's already
want to-
taking it anyways because of being in the field, so we're not gonna add that. You're just gonna have it for the field.
All right, I'm just gonna remove that part because I'm like, I don't want to do more math here. Don't make me go back and do more math. Okay.
Don't forget your 18 fire damage you get on this hit.
Oh. Yeah.
You're welcome.
If I can break out and hit, because I gotta do the strength. It's a strength. What was it?
Saving.
Saving, which I get advantage on.
What you do? 16 just succeeds.
Oh, let's go.
You grab it and you rip open the vine. As it reels from the initial shock from the ground, and you're free.
Yeah.
All right. This thing can only its turn's not over yet because its turn's over, but we got the
Oh yeah, we got that little thing.
Oh, the little guy!
Yeah.
I forgot about you.
the moss man coming over here, the vine man as it walks. It can't really do much.
Is it walking
Hello.
into the
It
electrical
was pretty
field?
far. It does take the 1d4 damage from the electrical field. We're gonna just count that the initial roll you do, any enemy takes that damage. So it's 1 point across the board to anything that's touching the electrical field. That's an enemy.
How far does the electrical field go? Because there's no range written.
I've designed it so it's the map. So
Gotcha.
it spreads across the entire map.
Oh, so did any of the flower pod things take that?
They do technically, but it is only 1 point. So
Yeah.
you do see them take damage from the electricity, but they don't.
Doesn't really do much because it's 1 point, but it's still 1 more point.
It's one that we had before.
It's guaranteed damage.
I will tell you, they have 5 points of HP, so it could do a lot.
It can rack up.
And then at the end of their turn, I'm going to roll 2. That is 2. That is. Let's do you. Oh, there you go. Okay. Boom. And then we'll do you. Hatch.
Hey, little guys, look at them all.
Back to your guys' turn.
So all of Spis's moat effects would have ended because it was just a 1 turn. So do I now have to? I have to re-roll on the regular rage table, right?
Yes, you reroll on the regular rage table as you come back.
Okay. Please give me something.
You're still
good.
raging though.
Yeah.
Regular rage at least. Yeah.
Okay. Give me something good. I don't like that
27.
number already. It feels bad.
That number feels bad.
That's my lucky number. It should be good. You
It
got
feels
this.
bad.
Oh.
No?
I don't like that noise.
You regain all
Wait.
your spells, motes, everything.
Yes.
Roll 1d4.
No.
Uh-oh.
I just,
What's wrong, Vel?
I just want everyone to experience this.
Give it a nice.
Okay.
Which
okay.
direction is that?
No.
You see, as you rage, let me see. I need the measuring tool here.
Oh no.
Oh wait, you're flying. This doesn't affect you.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
No, not that.
Fly in.
120 feet of you.
What?
Yeah, that's when you need the measuring tool. Wow, it's the whole field. All right.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, what are you doing?
So
Hit it here.
you
What the
feel
hell?
yourself. It reminds you, for a second, Circe, of an incident that happened before. Back in Eden.
When I got
It's
shunted
Greggy.
to the ground, or the reverse of that.
You feel as you have to catch yourself as gravity flips and everything falls towards the ceiling.
What There's
of the
I was about
actual
to say-
vines themselves, including you, Spis. So you flip around and you catch yourself as now you're on the vined ceiling, and every other vined creature is as well.
Cool.
No.
Get flipped, losers.
As you're on this ceiling,
Get rotated yet?
Oh no! Are the vines alive?
I need you, Spis,
Mm-hmm.
to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
10 feet. I also need you, after you do that, just roll 1d10. Because it's 10 feet. The big old vine creature technically takes 10 feet. They all take 10 feet of fall damage.
Okay. So dexterity saving.
Would the vine ceiling be able to handle that thing's weight?
13.
We'll see.
And
Actually,
then a d10.
see how much
4.
damage they take.
Okay. 13 dexterity save, and then the d10 is a 4.
Okay. Okay. 13 dexterity save. You pass. The vines kind of try to grab you as you're on the ground. This is interesting.
Do I get
You
to
s-
hit it as it flies out of my range?
Yes, you do. You get an attack of opportunity.
Ill.
Said no one ever with their crap sword. Where the fuck is my sword? Because I'm not a war cleric. I'm not a war caster, so I only get to
Wow,
use
actually,
my.
this is very
What?
interesting.
I don't fucking even know where my sword is.
I love Spis so
Flame
much.
tongue. No,
You have a
What?
flame tongue. I forgot.
I do. It's a ceremonial sword. My papa made it for
Circe,
me.
as you go to strike it, you see it fall rapidly as the gravity switches, and all the other vined creatures kind of fall and hit the ceiling. You see this thing rip through the
Ooh.
vine ceiling,
Going up,
and it's
boys.
gone.
3 now.
Let's forget that. So it takes that initial D10 damage from hitting the ceiling.
It's a 120-foot radius, so it's just gonna keep fucking going up.
I give Spess a round of applause.
Spis is staring.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Wait, I just processed.
Spis
It's
is
gone.
staring through the hole, like looking down, which is up, like baffled.
So currently, this thing is not even in your vicinity. You can't even target it right now. It's just falls through the ground and is just out of the map.
I
I'm
wanna
like
go
squinting.
home.
I'm like trying to see where it's gone.
Spis looks baffled.
I'm
Oh
so
my
impressed.
fucking god, that is amazing.
I feel like every time I'm in a combat with you, Spiss, you impress me further. What you can do. That's so cool.
I didn't even know I could do that.
I love it, though.
Gravity was not something I had to take account for, so
I don't think anyone took gravity into account.
You know,
I'm
I
just,
don't think we're in stick heist either anymore.
I will say, whenever you shut that off, it's not going to be fun for that thing.
What
Good.
goes up must come down.
Yeah. Well, it lasts until Spis's rage ends, or it leaves. Yeah, it's just gonna be bouncing up there for the 120 feet. It's gonna go up 120 feet, and it's just gonna stay
bounce.
there.
Nice. And then it takes damage on the way back down.
Yeah, it's turned 90 degrees in a yeah, because when you rage, gravity within 120 feet of you is turned 90 degrees in a random direction until your rage ends. So until
Nice.
Spis drops this rage or it's ended, that thing's just gonna be up there.
It's perfect. That buys us so much time.
Upper.
I hope it
That is hilarious.
enjoys the birds.
It buys us all of the time. That is amazing. That's great. I guess you can't get down though. Are you?
Well, I'm just kind of up here now.
Oh, okay. Are you happy with the concept of being up there?
I mean, really, honestly,
Uh-huh.
yeah, this is fine. I
Okay,
don't
as long as you're
appreciate.
happy with it.
I don't appreciate vines trying to grab my ankles and eat me. But
Yeah, I mean, I would do something about that, but I fear if I did, it would destroy the floor and you would all go 120
Please,
feet up into the
I please, please don't destroy the floor under. See
Yeah,
the floor?
I won't do that.
Don't destroy the vines beneath me. Above
I
me.
won't. Yeah, I won't do that. That sounds like a terrible idea.
We should probably break these flowers now.
Yeah, let's do that. That seems like a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say, Spis, you are allowed to, at any point, unrage.
Yep.
Just let him tumble. Let him hit that ground like a rock.
No, we
That is
still.
120 feet, which means that is 12d10.
Ooh.
It's just fucking. That is just glorious.
Well,
No, but
there
what-
are
what-
still enemies here for
Whack.
Spitz
Yeah,
to kill.
the little
so.
vine guys presumably have gone up as well, right?
Well,
But
they're
not
just.
the pods.
No, just the pods have stayed. Yeah, everything just fucking just fell through the ceiling.
Okay.
Wait,
so
the.
even the little guys?
Yeah, even the little guys. Yeah, I'm looking
Hilarious.
at how much they weigh, and they would go through the ceiling as well.
Perfect.
Oh.
Then yeah,
okay.
let's just destroy these pods. Let's do that,
Okay.
and then drop the fucker from the sky. I don't know.
Drop
This
them
is so
from orbit.
exciting.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly really in love with this plan.
This is going a lot better than I think we
Team
expected.
True.
This is going amazingly.
Cut to Vikda and Castilla screaming in horror.
I will say,
This is
actually,
going terribly.
technically, what you notice, Circe, is the fruits. They're no longer growing because this thing's not in the vicinity anymore.
Beautiful.
Spitz just
so
said
you guys
no
are
more combat. I'm done.
relatively out of combat.
I mean, I think if out of combat safely, we would still probably try and blast them, or at least I think.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You guys go around as you're out of combat, and one by one.
Every now and again, I might hit Spiss in the arm just to keep her rage up.
Just.
I mean, Spis would be attacking things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
rolling
true.
attacks, so that my rage should still
Nice.
go up. I mean, you can still punch Spitz if you want to try and keep it up.
You can
Spis
still
will-
punch.
If you want.
I'm like, I thought it was a creature.
Spitz won't. I mean, Spitz probably isn't smart enough to know
like-
that her attacking. So like, she might if you
You wanna let your anger out on me? Go ahead. It's fine.
no like
It's
if you
fine. No, it's fine. If I see that you're actively attacking the pods too, I won't punch you.
I mean, you could probably convince Spitz that you need to punch her in order to keep the rage up. She'd probably
I
believe
would
you.
never.
Pinch her, God.
It's only if I thought you were not attacking something, I would punch you. But it wouldn't hurt. I have a 0 to my strength.
You're
So-
also very small.
I'm very weak.
I
Very
can't.
tiny.
I can't imagine you a punch would do anything.
No, me neither.
Within the 5 minutes, you guys would take out any fruit within your vicinity.
Mm.
Choom, 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 choom. And you don't see any growing off of the edges, with the thing not being near the vines.
Yeah, Spitz would return to the big hole in the ceiling. Little floor for her. And then just, I guess, drop rage.
You drop rage.
I'll take some
Okay,
cautious step back from the hole. I'm gonna stand by Ren.
I'm going to have to do this. Yes, okay, I can.
God, this is so funny.
It went so well.
This one's
So,
beautiful.
so suddenly too.
I
I was getting a little overwhelming there for a second.
I mean, Spitz kind of popped off this round. This
It was
fight.
it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, Spis was letting. This is a reminder of the first time you transformed. Just letting loose. You just
Beautiful.
You got you got a very good outcome from your rage for this fight.
Spis doesn't always roll well, but when she
Okay.
does,
We're gonna top that one at 27. Good number. Yes.
Hill.
This.
5 minutes pass, and as you let go of rage, you kind of turn and you catch yourself as you touch the ground again. And you and Rem kind of align yourself back as the gravity is turned, even though you're flying. And then you hear the three vine creatures that kind of fell through the ceiling a little later than the larger mound fall and hit the ground, and the vines scatter,
Ooh.
almost splattering across.
Oh,
Ouch.
And you're like,
I imagine it's like those videos of like watermelons being dropped from a roof.
yes, pretty much. And then you see, not exactly where since it was bouncing around up there, not exactly where it originally came through, but over here, poof, breaks through the vine ceiling and hits the ground as you see dirt and bones and plant just scatter across the ground, and boom, the orb rolls
Nice.
and kind of just sits about 5 feet away from the mound that just splattered. And you're out of combat because everything is dead.
I run up and give Spis a massive hug.
68 points of damage from your initial attack when you transformed, and then 64 from the gravity changing. It's a lot of damage.
Spis is in shock.
You did amazing. I'm like hanging off her neck. I'm like so excited about the concept of what's just happened here today.
Spis almost like instinctually, like when Circe goes to like grab around her neck, has just kind of like scooped Circe up to be like holding her, like instinctually.
Yes. I hug her tighter.
Rem perches on your neck, on the other side of your shoulder.
This, we should probably take that with us and go find. Wow, that went really. I don't think Vikda can criticize us anymore.
Right? That was so good. And Rem, you were witness to this, so you can be like, yeah, it was so fucking cool. It was like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
We were very professional.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna take credit for being involved, even though I did nothing.
I mean, you helped.
Moral support. That's what I'm here for.
Flashback of Circe just throwing scorching rays at Spis.
Yeah.
well, it helped though.
Honestly,
I'm keeping that rage up. That's what I was doing.
I hate that it does that now. I have to.
We
but
don't
no, we should. Yeah, totally. Hold on. I dig through my bag. And I find because I have so many commemorative T-shirts that I've gained over the journey for some reason. I pull out my "I Survived the Desert" T-shirt.
Oh God, never mind.
That's so funny.
And
where did you get that?
We bought it from the desert trader before I creeped him out by going into his brain and finding out where his secret stash of crap was.
Yeah.
I have many. I have one about Twilight. I have one about what's that? A T-shirt from some description, and then I have one of Eden. I have an Eden one that's not like a commemorative one. It's like a branded one, and then I have an "I Survived the Desert" T-shirt.
It's so funny.
I swear the amount of toad, like the rap, the old fucking what?
The amount of crap I have in my bag?
No, just the tone shifts of like combats that we've had. It's just
yeah. I mean, it got damaged pretty badly initially from the strike. You almost took half of its HP out, and I was just like, "Oh man, that's good. That's a good attack and everything." And you just took the rest of it with the gravity.
And then
That's so funny.
That's amazing.
Spis really just said,
Look.
"I don't want to do this anymore," and ended combat.
And we're going to brag about it relentlessly about how cool team.
And now we need to go and combat for. I'm going to assume they're in a fight. They're probably.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You guys, as you're talking to each other and you're in
Chaos
the middle
crew.
of this conversation, you don't realize, and you blink and you look around. You're in the middle of a garden, a perfectly normal garden, a little overgrown, but not anywhere near where you initially were. The statues, while weathered, are placed perfectly fine within this garden. And on the
Go ahead.
ground near your feet, that stone glows with this white essence and a dim purplish glow from it.
I remember you. I have a broken one of you in my bag for some reason, as I do with most things that I pick up for some reason.
That's. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Can I scoop it up in the I Survived the Desert t-shirt?
Yep.
And wrap it up?
What you notice about it, Circe, from initially looking at it, you do see ether within it. You've identified at this point that ether is contained within these crystallized gems. You also see the fact that the ether has a slight purplish coloration to it as opposed to the white. And the symbol in the middle is that of a almost. It's strange. You see the symbol of a butterfly. A thin glow, almost like an LED light in there, but it's magical essence, kind of having this symbol stay in the middle of the orb. And on the butterfly's wings are these stars, but not like a regular star, like a thorned, crowned kind of star.
Ooh.
That's it.
Ooh. As I put that one in my bag, I pull out the shard of the broken one that I have, and I show it to Spis. And I'm like, this, I mean, I think I could be wrong, but it's pretty darn similar to ones we've seen before, and it's kind of like we've had it with nothing in it when it broke when somebody used it to turn into a demon twice.
Oh.
So it really does give. He's been making or using crystals to make people demons. Demons is not the right word, but that's how I feel about them.
Creatures.
Creatures. So normally, oddly, or at least when we've seen it, they sort of well, it does this. It shatters. But this is not shattered. I don't know if that's because that's a plant and that's a person. And she waves the shard when she's talking about, that's a person.
Maybe.
But having an intact one seems like it would be pretty useful for someone with slightly more intelligence than me to study.
Probably. Speaking of better, smarter people, Spis is gonna reach up to her earring, like her thing. Bob? Are you there?
As that happens, we're going to take a 10-minute break and we're going to cut to the other group.
Yippee!
Gosh, I am so happy with how that turned
I'm
out.
gonna be cackling over this.
I think we did fucking fantastic. Well, I say we, but you guys did great.
Hilarious. It's a perfect blend of oh, we might actually die, and then oh, never mind.
That was
Let's just roll the perfect rage.
I just imagine the poof, and you hear the
The absurd chaos.
and just crash onto the ground.
It
That
was
great.
also, again, a perfect example of why Chaos Cruise works so well. Because
Yeah.
Spis sent everyone flying, and Circe was like, okay, and what? I can fly.
Spis can do whatever the hell, and Circe is just unaffected.
Yeah, like ball bearings meant nothing.
The ball bearing.
Chaos Crew will rise again.
Chaos Crew is perfect. Oh my god, that truly. Okay. I really like 27 now. Emily, your
Yeah,
lucky number is
27
good.
was amazing.
Yay!
Your lucky number is
I think-
really funny.
Like, dispel gravity or like alternate gravity is such a fun mechanic in D&D that is not used
Yes.
enough.
Oh,
It's
I
just,
love
it's
that.
one of those spells that's, it's because it's got such a big range to it that sometimes it's like, oh, but then my party members, and then you're like, but what if I didn't care about that? What if everyone
What if
goes
they all
in the room?
suffered?
But-
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
You do that.
Yeah.
I think they're probably good on. I don't even. Can wizards learn gravity?
Where's what?
Yes.
But isn't.
Graviturgy wizards.
Oh yes, of course.
I say this
Right.
having played one. Fun.
Do they have an ability to like make it not affect their friends?
I believe so.
Because that would be
Don't quote me
really
though.
useful. Yeah.
Graviturgy is very fun. I don't think Owen was here for this, and if he was, that was a while ago and I forgot. But once when fighting certain characters, I decided to let one character decided to fly, and thus the bad guy cast a spell and it was anti-gravity, but then somebody did I think it was feather fall or some levitator, one of the two, and I basically gave everyone a 360 like axis to fight on. That was fun, but stressful because we were constantly having to know, okay, are we going up and down? Like, where are we distance wise?
Yeah, where are we right now?
What the hell is going on?
I like fun combat like that. I like getting to do silly stuff. Which is why I'm saying I really hope this is going to be silly in the next 10 minutes.
Right. Don't worry. Maybe. Is it Peggy? Is that his name? Maybe Peggy is like
Peggy?
super kind. Maybe he's really intellectual and just wants to have a nice philosophical chat.
While decapitating us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
he'll be nice about it. He'll be like, I don't want it to hurt. Do you want me to knock you out and then I'll kill you? He's just a nice guy. He's misunderstood.
He's
He's misunderstood. Again, as he kills us.
Yeah.
I'm still just in shock on how that fight went. I was expecting so much worse.
Yeah.
You did
I mean,
great.
it would have been so much worse.
I still
if
have
it
over
not been for
100.
Spis.
I still have over 100 health points.
Yeah. I
Goddamn.
didn't take any damage that fight.
I'm at
It was all
106 out
thanks
of
to Spis.
yeah. I'm at 106 out of 130. I don't have any
Still-
rage charges left, which is a little bit of a problem.
Well, we're about to fucking sleep, so that's the goal.
We won't need him.
Y'all need sleep.
Well, if we're gonna go down and help you guys, might be a little bit of a problem.
True, but also I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because they're in a pocket dimension as well, so we would have to figure out how to get into a pocket.
We've done it before. It's fine.
Well, in fairness, Spis and Circe figured out how to lockpick when they're not proficient with lockpicks.
We
so
did it
honestly,
together.
They can do anything, I fear.
I fear these idiots might be able to stumble their way into anything.
I would like to open the door and just be there, if that's okay.
I feel like Spis and Circe are the exact people
who will accidentally be able to achieve anything, but incorrectly.
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure.
they will solve the math problem using the wrong formula. Like, this isn't even a geometry formula, this is an algebra formula. How did you actually solve this?
How did you get
Man,
that answer?
How did you get the correct answer?
They live through like rubber hose theory, where they're like basically how are you doing that? And they're both like, I don't know.
Just damn.
Yeah.
It just happens.
What, like it's hard?
Yeah, like what? Like it's hard while doing everything incorrectly.
You're not supposed to lockpick with daggers. You do know that, right? And it's just like a clunk, and then they're like, oh crap, yeah, lockpick with daggers. I'm not really sure how they did that.
I feel like that's something Castilla would do. She'd use daggers to lockpick. She's very untraditional in the ways of rogue.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but that still feels like lockpicking with daggers feels so much more difficult because they're larger and more unwieldy. Like with such a finesse thing you're doing. So I feel like using daggers to lockpick is like Castilla could do it because she's like skilled and proficient. I'm assuming proficient in lockpicking. Um, so like Castilla doing it, yeah, normal. It's a show of skill. That's impressive. Circe and Spis doing it, bewildering. How the fuck did you do that?
Especially when they had a 10-minute conversation prior to it, being like, have you ever lockpicked? No. Have you? No. Well, I'll figure it out.
Do you know how locks work? No. Do you? No. Okay.
So I think I've seen Castilla like
Jam it
jimmy
into-
it at some point.
I think you jimmy it around and like you kind of twist it this way and that way and
And something happens. She talks about tumblers sometimes, and I don't really know what that means.
She doesn't even know what that means.
I think
Castilla's
that's
just parroting what like some other rogue has said.
She legit was taught self-defense at 14 and then was like, wow, you're cool. And then I don't know if this was ever discussed. She caught them robbing the place
Let's go.
and basically said, take whatever, just don't kill people. And they were like, bet, you're cool. And they had been like mentor. So remember Hector, that robot?
Oh my god.
Hector had a partner, not an actual like romantic thing. They were just like partners in crime. Who also they tag team and taught them stuff. The whole like family of at least the kids. And they fucking robbed the place.
I'm obsessed.
That's pretty funny.
But they liked Castilla and Callum, and they were like, yeah, you two can learn some things. So Callum got to learn sword fighting, and Castilla learned how to sneak about the place and how to break and enter.
Nice.
Legally.
There we go. Legally.
Yep.
But
She
now
learned it from great sources, guys.
you learn how to legally break into play.
Sometimes you just gotta legally break in.
Yeah. On the odd occasion. Just for fun.
I cannot believe I've never brought that up. Oh my god. Oh wait, I can share the artwork of that bastard. It's awful. I don't like it, but he's fun. He's a Ganassi. Fun
Ooh.
fact.
A secret relative of Spis.
Probably not. If they're relatives, it's very distant cousins.
What kind of genasi?
Please note, this was drawn when we started the campaign. I have not updated this man's art. I don't have any energy to do so with what I decided to give him. His name's Merrick. I'm going to talk about him because he's probably not showing up, but that's Merrick.
Yo,
He's an Earth Ganassi. Can you tell he was based on Ashton from Critical Role?
Yeah. But
I thought
it's so
gem
cool.
hair would be fun, and then I got tired halfway through and never fixed it.
That's fair.
But But yeah, maybe secret Spis relative.
All Genasi lead back to Spis in the end.
It was secretly Spis's dad in disguise.
Oh god.
All Ganassi lead back to Spis. That's now canonical.
I hope your guys' fight goes as well as ours did, because if it
So
doesn't,
too. That'd be nice.
I feel like the vibes are gonna be very flip floppy here. We were like super serious, and then it went to like just chaos crew comedy. It was very much a serious horror fight, and then chaos crew slapstick comedy fight.
Chaos crew endures.
And now we're going to Castilla and Vikda, and we're probably diving right back into the horror fight.
Drama.
So, while Circe and Spis are trying to figure out what the hell to do now because their entire impulse control, both of their impulse controls are gone and out of contact.
Just gone, Bob, are you okay? Bob's like, I'm fine.
It's been
What?
2 minutes. What?
What the fuck could you have possibly done? Why do you sound like you're equally terrified and having the time of your life?
Why do you sound like you have just ran a marathon?
Well, you see, I just sent a plant monster into space. After, electrocuting it, we've tried to set the garden on fire. It's been a
It
whole
was so
thing.
cool. I don't know if there's things in this universe that can record events, but if there is, it would have been great.
There was a
You
person
should get
in
on that.
there was a person in plant monster in the garden, and Victor and Stella aren't in the library and not responding. Help.
Help.
Help,
End
we're
the
running. It's
sentence
bad.
with help.
Just end it with help.
Help.
Father, help!
Bob's like, oh, for God's sake! You left you all alone for like what, 10 minutes, and you've somehow got yourself stuck in pocket dimension.
There's a will, there's a goddamn way with this group.
I'm curious. Like, since the garden went back to normal after turning back, going back to the standard dimension, back to the material plane, I'm curious what's going to happen to the laboratory.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm wondering if Spis and Circe ever went into the regular garden.
Yeah.
That's
the way
my
it was
thought.
described was that the garden that we came back to was like nicer. Like it was not like it's a little overgrown, but
Yeah,
not
feel like
that bad.
And I remember Jesse said last time that we were trapped in the garden the second we went through the front gate. So I think the moment we entered, like, this wasn't the actual garden. We've like
there was a threshold spell, maybe, of like when you stepped through the threshold of the gate. For you guys, it would have been the library. That immediately like teleported you somewhere else.
Yeah, like there's the other plane, pocket dimension, the lobby of the pocket dimension, and then the actual place type thing. The garden we were in when we were talking to you guys was the lobby for us, and then when we went into the maze or got to the maze, that's the pocket. That's when we got to the pocket dimension.
It was game over.
Yeah.
Your game had loaded, and therefore you got moved from the lobby into the actual game.
You entered the boss fight instead of just being in the boss's lair.
You guys hit we all hit a Valve loading screen.
Yeah. We got put into different lobbies, and then we couldn't talk anymore.
Proximity chat just dies.
It's someone's mid sentence, and it's like, and that's it.
Oh God, wait, oh no!
It's so much more to say.
Hold on, there's something coming.
I don't know if you guys have
Vikda?
ever played Phasmophobia,
Yes.
No.
That's exactly right.
but it's like when you're in the other room and there's a hunt and your teammate like dies or something, and you're like, oh, you just hear the like voice, their like voice chat just cut off. Yeah.
I was also thinking of like all those like lethal mini clips of
Yeah,
like some
that
game,
too.
like either a bracken or a coil head getting someone. Like those clips create the best accidental voice actors. Like it is insane.
The pure screaming.
Goodness.
You send a plant monster into space. I can't. I'm gonna be
That's
laughing.
where they belong.
I'm just gonna be like randomly laughing about that for so long. Cause this is absurd.
My notes on this fight basically are like they start with being like, "Oh, the bulbs are growing tiny creatures," and blah 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 blah. And then the last note I wrote of the combat is, "It went into space." It went into space. Nothing else. No further notes, Your Honor. It went into space.
I think your final note should be "Now it's dead." Combat over or something. And now
So
it's
true.
dead.
I'm gonna add that. Now it's dead. Combat over. Combat over.
This is just. Oh.
Obviously, useful notes about the Aether Crystal afterwards, of course, but this is the important part. It went into space, now it's dead. Perfect. Beautiful.
Oh my god.
10 out of 10 notes for combat. To be fair, that's what most of my notes during combat look like. It's normally like, if something interesting happens, I'll write it down, but 9 times out of 10, it's like combat isn't
Yeah.
like, hasn't got a lot of narrative to it that I need to write down.
Mhm.
It's hard to write down. It's also hard to write down notes during combat because you're trying to plan for the moves
Yeah.
and pay attention to what other people are doing.
My I hide my line a lot, but you'll just see me doing this like a bunch, just like seeing where everyone is, and like, I mean, I can hide my lines from everyone else, but I think Jesse can still see them. So it just sees me just doing fucking measuring shit the whole time.
Yeah.
I spend all my time doing that.
Wait, when you're measuring and you hide it, like
Mhm.
turn off broadcast to others, can Jesse still see that?
Yeah. The DM can still see what you're doing. Nobody else can, but the DM can still see what you're doing.
Alright, now I'm just thinking about all the times Jesse has just seen me randomly measuring shit on the thing.
Yeah. It's all I do. It's not what it's always a cone or it's a line, and I'm like, oh, let me just see like what I can reach. And then I'm always reminded of that one time that I was playing with my friends, like my first D&D campaigns, when my GM was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't talk about my line measuring.
I love that I found out here that Jesse can see me measuring, because like this entire time I'll just be like randomly like
Going, oh, let me just see which one I want to go at, or
Like-
which one might hit me. That's another thing, is like I'll go from an enemy and then I'll like run it down, see if I run far enough away, will it still be able to hit me?
or I realize I also do this really annoying thing where I just
Roll with your line. It's so funny.
I don't even draw, I just cover the map. I didn't know Jesse could
That's
see
really
that.
funny.
Jesse's map just randomly gets obscured by my like measuring occasionally.
Just very brief lines that appear. You're like, oh,
Because it'll literally be like that, just covering everything.
most obnoxious thing
See?
possible in the combat.
Chaos Crew survives into real life. That's, you know, art imitates life. That's what they say.
Trying to trace it.
Good luck.
Fuck.
Trying to
You're training
trace
for
it.
me.
It's like one of those like dot to dot things that you had to do. Like you have to find zero.
God, okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna complain for a minute. As a person who works with children, I fucking hate those because the teacher doesn't sit down and explain it to them. She's just like, yeah, guys, connect the dots. And they're like, what's the next thing? I'm like, honey, you go to the next number. And they're like, what's the next number? And I'm like, oh, right, you're in kindergarten. You don't know how to count to 10 yet.
Oh
don't know how
boy.
to count to
And then
10.
she's like, why aren't you guys doing your work? Gee, I wonder.
Because they can't fucking count. They don't know math.
They
can't
don't know
count.
math. Granted, one of the kids can count to 75. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, who raised you?
A fucking nerd.
Yeah, it's a teacher.
I was
Teacher's
gonna
kid.
say one of their parents is a math teacher or something.
Belle, you're going too fast for me, Belle.
Bell's almost at 2,000 feet.
I am over
Jesus
2,000
Christ.
feet.
Yeah, it's 2,300.
I'm at 2,000.
I'm at 1,430.
Oh, you're like a grand down.
This goddamn map. Wait, I can just randomly click instead. It's gonna do the same effect.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm just randomly clicking.
I'm really hoping I don't mess this up. 2,000!
I'm at 3,000.
Bitch.
Okay. I'm gonna box you all in. This
No.
is
God, these numbers.
this is the creativity box.
I died.
Oh no.
Oh.
So did the bot.
All right.
Jesse, do you like
We
our
come
art
back.
on the
Oh,
map?
what happened?
I'm already
no,
at
no.
4,000.
Oh, you're on. That's right. You guys are on the other map. Let me see.
Do you like
Jesse
our-
can't see us because we're fucking around on
Oh.
the wrong map.
Do you like our art?
It's amazing. Wow, I zoom out and the numbers zoom out with me.
I just now learned that apparently whenever I measure random things during combat, you can see that.
Oh yeah, I can see all that.
So
I'm at
whenever I just
5,000
start
feet.
So whenever I just start randomly measuring things or like covering the map with lines, I've realized you can just see that.
All right. We come back
And on the count of 3.
as the glow from the monitors radiate to your face and you hear the sounds from the distance. A dragging, a claw on a chalkboard. You turn to your left. The hallway, the dark hallway that continues on this T formation. You hear. And heavy stomps. Doom. Doom. What are you doing, Castilla and Vikda?
Okay, wait. The stomps are coming out of the like hallway.
Yes, on your left side. So let me remind you, when you entered this section, you came out from the what's behind you right now. On the other side of the giant containment unit, you went directly straight into the room. When you went into the room, you were introduced to the catwalk-like floor, and there's water underneath you. There were containment units lined up to your right and to your left in the hallway, walking towards the roundabouts that you're currently in. In the middle of this roundabout, there is a singular giant containment unit that is empty, filled with water. And you went around it to the other end, basically still going straight, but you just went around the circular area. And that's where you saw the computers. And you saw that on your right, there's still a hallway that keeps going, and on your left, there's still a hallway that keeps going. So you're at a T section. And on your left side of that T section, you hear the noise.
Gotcha.
Is there anywhere we could potentially get covered?
There are tables holding up these computer monitors, and there are. I don't know why. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
The bard decided
Second.
he did not want to listen to me.
Second. 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 Second.
Second board.
Second. 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 Second, 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 second,
Huh.
second, second,
Okay.
second,
Catwalk. Big ass catwalk. Going through the hallway.
There we go. So what you see nearby you is the computer monitors where you're at. There's it's a table, and there's cover underneath. But unfortunately, within this room, there's not much because the whole floor is essentially like catwalk, and there's nothing but water underneath you. It's almost like the room was built to contain the water, and the catwalk section was just built to be able to step over it. There are sections that are open, because the catwalk walks in between. But anywhere where these tubes are, they go straight into the water at the bottom. If it's hard for you to get a picture, I will draw real quick on the other map.
Yep.
A general view of what we're looking at. So, boom, boom. This is how you entered. The catwalk lines in between here, this mesh. These tubes come across, lining up where the anything that's not this middle line is all water. It's open, where these tubes are. This opens up to a
the tubes
T.
are suspended.
They're suspended, yes. Not necessarily. The middle section of the tube is glass, and the upper and the bottom half seem to be some sort of metal that's holding it in place. The bottom half goes into the water. The top hits the ceiling. Let me move everyone. I am sorry, my friends, over there to the corner. It continues on like this, essentially. Boom, boom. There's these two hallways. Right here is where the monitors and the computers are, and in this middle section is the larger tube. And the catwalk keeps going like that. It would be all this section as well. So this is walkable space, and everything else is water.
Okay.
And you're hearing the noise come from this direction. And you guys are currently right here.
Okay. We
you guys
need
doing?
to hide.
What Vikta is going to do is cast invisibility at third level, targeting himself and Castilla as
Okay. You cast invisibility, and you both vanish from view. Doom. Doom. Footsteps get closer, the dragging. Something hitting concrete. A
At
dark
the
silhouette starts coming up to the very ends of your vision through that hallway.
Sarah will hide under the gangway because she can fly.
Floats under the water, basically, just on top of the water.
Yeah, just like under the walkway above the water. Just
Vikta.
I have a
What?
question for you, real quick, Abby.
Mhm.
Osera, can Osera be? Does Osera count as a spell?
No.
Uh-oh.
Sarah is not a spell. She is a creature that I don't summon her through a spell. I summon her through my innate connection to her.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, it's like she's connected to me, so if like I die, she dies, but she's not like a summon familiar, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys do? You just start seeing the silhouette of a tall, about 7 to 8 feet in height. The arms kind of drag on the ground as you hear them scratching on the concrete.
Vikta, we need to turn off that thingy we were using. You take it? What do we do? Can we take it? How do we take it?
What are you guys gonna do?
Castilla doesn't know technology. She's trying to get Vic to stop before she does something. We have technology.
Okay,
Footsteps get closer.
how did we turn it on? How did we turn the computer on?
Like you wiggled the mouse and it came back.
Um, it seemed to have operated. Yeah, I think you just moved it and it had turned on. Seemingly, this computer was already on. It had just reactivated from sleep when you had
Oh,
touched it.
great. So Wiley was probably here, guys.
Or something, at least.
Or something was
Could have been on.
accessing the computer.
It could have been on for a long time. As
How
long
is
as
it
there's a power
functioning?
source, it would still probably be
Oh,
functioning.
there you go. One
What's its
commuter,
core
green dot
fan rate?
blinking password. It asked you to input a password because it was blinking at you,
Yeah,
and then you typed in the
Right.
password, and then it woke up.
because we're smart.
Because we're smart. And we wrote notes.
Can I use magic? Okay, I'm gonna use magical tinkering on the computer's screen to just gonna put that in. It's uh basically for the a static visual effect appears on one of the object's surfaces. This effect can be a picture, and Vikta is going to basically just make the picture just mimic the black screen that the computer had.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
I mean, yeah, that could technically be done.
Yeah, like the light being emitted, that is the light being emitted from the computer, that is 100% visible. That is 100% visible, but only probably noticed if you look close enough.
Yep, you just grab the black picture and stretch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough. You use your magical
Magical
ability.
tinkering.
You have your tinkering from your artificer techniques, and you black out the screen. Not truly, but enough to stop the light from emitting. Right now, the room, the lighting in the room, there's no lights. The light you're getting is only from the glow that comes from the water. This water glows. This deep sky blue coloration. It's enough to give this ambience to the room.
Vikda, I have one shot in the ace, and with us being hidden, there's a good chance I can make it hit. Worth it.
You hear doom. An arm from the shadow grabs the corner of the doorway. These large claws sink into the concrete, and another grabs the other end of the doorway. And a foot steps, hitting the mesh, the catwalk under it. And you begin to now visibly see this thing. In the dim bluish glow, standing at 7 to 8 feet tall,
Damn.
this mound of flesh, this humanoid grayish form, its body almost tattooed by these strange, almost hieroglyphic veins that go across. The claws unnaturally large. The blood pulsates from its chest and travels to the rest of its arm. The face almost that of a statue, emotionless. It rights itself, and you see it look around. Takes 2 steps onto the catwalk, and you hear the water moving. Springing from the water, this almost strange cephalopod-like creature, like an umbrella, jumps out. One eye, it grabs the giant standing statue-like man and begins to try to consume it. But in an instant, 2 claws rip straight through it, splitting it in half. You see more of these creatures begin to swim lower down within the water. It grabs one of the halves of these strange cephalopods and opens its mouth and begins to consume, almost kneeling down.
Oh, we know how it stayed alive then. I'm whispering as quietly as I can. Dear God.
Vikda, you've been staying still, looking at this, the both of you. And from the corner eye, you notice Castilla.
Oh no.
And you're wondering
I'm
when your
invisible.
invisibility spell dissipated.
Fuck.
Anti-magic, anti-magic.
Magic.
Shoot it.
I'm gonna aim, and I have advantage because I'm within 5 feet of my buddy. Or wait, no,
It's 5 feet of the target.
5 feet target. But I'm hidden, right? At least I haven't been spotted.
Yeah, you haven't been spotted as far as you know.
Yeah, I'm taking my shot. Fingers fucking crossed, folks. Do I get advantage on that? No.
Take the
Yes.
shot.
It's a
Yes?
sneak
No?
attack, technically.
Okay.
So, yes, you do.
30.
30 hits.
My only
Do you remember
ace
the
shot.
last thing that was in there? It was just regular ether?
Yep, regular ether from the material plane.
All right. Boom! The ace explodes as you let out a bullet. The ethereal energy shoots forward, almost like a laser. The light streams across, and it hits it square on its head as it leans back from the impact. Roll for damage.
I kept fucking hell, Sneak. Come on. That would be. I'm doing math. 33 points of damage.
Oh, 18 is fucking for sneak or thing.
Well, it gave me a 1. I'm
33
pretty salty about
points.
the 1.
You shoot the forehead and you see as it hits and the ethereal energy scatters. Its neck kind of creaked back. The loud boom from the explosion of the gun rings as your ears begin to reel from the impact and noise in this concrete enclosed
Abby.
area.
Abby,
Huh?
you were a goddamn blessing.
Is it right?
The
Am I
ace
right?
crits on a 19.
Yes.
Oh,
Fucking
it
hell.
does. You're absolutely
It
correct.
does.
Roll for crit and it
I
explodes
saw that it was plus
automatically.
11, and I was like, "Isn't that a 19?"
So,
And I was like, "Oh, it is
shouldn't
a
I just
19."
add the base
So
numbers and then?
you all the dice are it's whatever you rolled plus the max amount of damage you can do on both dice, including the sneak attack. Plus you get the max damage of the explosion and you roll the explosion because it explodes automatically on a 19.
Oh God, it does. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me do math. Hold on. So I get 66, which
Sorry
is
that I
76.
involved maths.
Are
No,
you kidding me? Thank you for catching that. I didn't catch that it was a 19.
the ace does
Right.
not crit that often, and
12,
when it does, it's a show.
14,
Holy
19.
shit.
Right. That's a 19.
Still, it was like, I only have
18.
one shot, and I am gonna make this count.
I am gonna make it count. Okay, I have magazine, 13 rounds, reload, firefly, getting a critical hit causes. It's not a kill, so no, so it doesn't have the explosion because it
No,
didn't
I
kill
remember I told you it's either a kill or a critical hit causes the explosion.
it. Okay, because it says getting a kill with a critical hit, so I'm gonna edit that real quick.
Yeah.
Or a critical hit.
Yeah. So kills cause the bodies to explode if you kill with the bullet of the ace,
Right.
and getting
Okay.
a crit causes it to explode.
Then I need a DC 15 dex save, please.
DC dex save.
That's 11 fire,
It
and then
does not reach 15.
12.
How about that?
Okay, so let me add this up. I think I might have just beat my record for highest damage.
Rogue.
Abby, thank you so much for catching that. I beat my personal record.
Oh my god.
Rogues. That's so great.
111 points of damage.
Jesus. Oh my
111
god.
Beautiful.
points of
My
damage.
record previously was 109 with
a
sneak
lot.
and a crit. I'm writing this down on my little sheet because I think it's fun to keep track of things like this.
So let's roll back.
Okay. I'm sorry.
The visual of this is going to be different, especially knowing how much damage you did in the firefly. You click. The bullet shoots, the stream of energy comes out, and you see as the ethereal energy begins to glow this red. It hits the shoulder of the tyrant, blowing out its whole right shoulder.
Oh my god.
Its arm still intact, ever so slightly by the flesh that's keeping it. Boom! Explodes. You see that other end of the catwalk blow open as it rips into the ground, and the tyrant falls within the water.
Still freezes at that and immediately does the like thing where she's like shocked that it did that much and looks at the barrel of the gun like, oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Doom. The broken half of the catwalk, you see the claw grab onto it. and the body begins to slowly lift up. What are you guys doing?
He pissed.
I'm gonna give Vikta. Vikta, you still have Pearl's gun, right?
Yes, I believe
Fantastic.
so.
Fantastic. Because if we can see each other, that's not a good sign. Okay. Fuck, I have to check with me. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna use my cunning action to get a dash action. Where is this guy? Where did he fall?
He is on that catwalk side that he was in. It blew open that end of the catwalk, and he fell into the water, and he's,
So he's
clawing
somewhere over here.
himself out. Yes.
Okay. Fuck, because I don't want to let Vikta take the repercussions. Is there anything I can do to not use the hide action on myself, but the hide action for Vikta? Body block, or I'm the bigger of the two kind of idea.
I guess technically you would be able to body block him, so he would notice
Okay.
that it's just you. If that's what you're
So
thinking.
I'm not trying to hide. I'm trying to hide Vikta as my cunning action.
Okay. And you're waiting.
That's all. I mean, considering I just shot, yeah.
Okay. Boom. After that entire interaction, he begins to lift up, and you see him as he's lifting himself up from the catwalk, ever so slowly. He doesn't look like he struggles. The
Oh, great.
muscles in his body kind of shows. There's this almost statue-like performance to him. Like, you see the motion of the impacts, but no visual struggle to the creature. You see its shoulder ripped asunder, the flesh, this grayish flesh with red in the inside, the blood streaking out of its wound. Its arm, its right arm kind of holding on to a thread as it swings, and it steps up, and you begin to see that section bubble.
Great.
Where the wound on its shoulder was, almost like a pimple, growing and growing.
Ew.
Oh, that fucker.
It grows much larger than the shoulder originally looked, giving him an almost offset design. This right arm now larger than the left, only because of that pimple-like area. And as it stops at a certain size, it turns into a yellow coloration, and you see a giant eyeball turn.
Oh, ew.
Oh no.
Sir?
I'm glad I have a flamethrower now because I want to kill this thing. Deserves to die of fire. What the fuck?
Bad times will be had.
So it's back on the catwalk now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The eyeball looks around, the huge eyeball on its shoulder, and it turns and looks at you. And the head kind of follows the motion. And it begins to run forward to you at full pace.
Oh,
What are
God.
you guys doing? As a matter of fact.
Oh, and is there something you're planning on doing? That you need to be within a certain range?
Other than purely reactionary, other than purely reactionary spells, no.
Okay, great. How
Don't forget,
mad
he's got the aura. The
Does.
anti-magic aura.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean,
Victor has a flamethrower, and I'll god the music.
I just wanted to remind, just so you weren't wasting spells on like.
Yes,
little
but
spells. That's all.
Vikta is panicking and.
Like a reactionary, like
like honestly, like half of the things that Vikta has done is reactionary.
That is very fair.
Vikta Vikda is going to try and cast Hold Person.
You go and put your hand out, and you don't feel anything.
Motherfucker.
You don't feel anything coming out of you. It runs forward and it streaks its claw across. Castilla, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Unless you
aye,
decide not to
Captain.
move.
Could I get a Sarah to do something?
Yeah.
Unless you've got something, Emily, that you wanted to do.
I was
before.
gonna have Castilla run, but I also feel like she would have froze the moment that thing ran up to her. So I'm gonna say, go ahead.
Sarah will, as it's running toward them, Sarah will, because she's can decide to be non-corporeal and corporeal. She like shifts through the catwalk, toward Castilla and Vikda, and she's gonna, as best she can, she's not gonna risk it to be like wait until the last second. But if she can, she would like to wait for it to get in within her aura, and then fiery teleport them out so it gets hit by the fiery teleport, but they teleport away, just as it's like coming up to attack them.
Yeah, of course. As you guys freeze in motion, you see the claw come out and strike towards you, and you get this. Give me a second. Loki's over here messing with the computer.
Okay.
Loki!
Take us, Loki.
That's fine.
For souls. So, Sarah would appear just for
She was
you
behind
two.
my monitor, and I see the paw come out from the bottom of it, and I'm like, oh. Okay.
Oh, he was being a
Um,
menace.
You see Osara come forward, and boom, the flame, the teleportation effect that you've experienced before from Osara initiates from you. Castilla, the second you see the claw run towards you before this teleportation moves you, your body gives you this sense of absolute danger, this almost sixth sense, as you slowly see these visuals of parts of your life coming across your eyes.
Oh, your life's flashing before your eyes right now. Oh, yeah.
And you're teleported out. You hear the large crash of glass as water comes across. The giant tube in the middle instantly ruptured.
He needs to make me a dex save, by the way.
Absolutely.
Damn, where are we going, Circe?
Not very far.
I'm
It's
sorry,
only,
4 plus, not much, so
you'd be right behind Osara. It's only 15 feet. It's not. It's literally like a get out of dodge kind of situation.
He fails.
Sweet.
Can Osara take more than one creature?
Yes, anyone within her aura that she
Okay.
decides comes with her. That's 7 points of fire damage.
7 points, okay.
Thank you, Sarah. Castilla is probably not moving, so she's a little bit of panic mode. I want to try and use mode. Jeffy, I remember when we first started the moat thing for Castilla, she had to roll initially to determine her first one. If I've never transformed into this person, do I need to roll for a random chance, or
No. Does this person have a deep connection with you? Would you think
it's
so?
this?
Then yeah, you don't have to. You can just choose
cool.
to take Spis's form.
I would like to take an aspect of Spis, please.
All right, Aspis, 1 point.
Just 1 point right now. Yep.
Okay.
And it's the first time I'm doing this.
Channeling Spis.
This wind kind of bellows around you, almost perpetually. And Spis doesn't necessarily have a eye, so it's different when it comes to Spis.
Ooh.
Yeah. One of your eyes turn into this almost this milky white.
Ooh.
And ever so, you can see the swirls of streams of ether within the eye spin around. Roll a D100 for me.
Yay!
Ray
This is what I was going for.
At 27. It was so helpful.
Ball beards, ball
61.
beards.
61.
Oh no.
I don't know what any of this is gonna do. Val, you said, "Oh no, this isn't good now."
I don't know.
How bad is it? Am I sheep again? Swear to God.
Hilarious.
Okay, so you see Vikda next to you. Poof, bubbles begin to emit.
Oh
this
my God.
thick cloud of bubbles within a 10-feet radius of you guys.
Okay.
So people other than you caught in the cloud have a disadvantage on attacks and resistance to fire damage.
Okay. And is it constantly with it around me?
Yep.
So it's disadvantage on attacks from the outsiders. What the hell did I just write?
I will put him on the map for now, but
And what? And resistance to fire damage? Is that what you said?
yeah, he doesn't. He basically he's now weak to fire damage within the fog.
Okay.
It's worded weirdly, but he has disadvantage on attack and disadvantage on resistance to fire damage, which is weird. But okay. Unless that means never mind. I think it means he has disadvantage on attacks. You have resistance to fire damage. That's how it goes.
Okay. All right, Peggy. That's actually kind of helpful. Great. That's one less thing to think about. Still is stressing. But it's magic that can help us, so.
You've got this. I believe in you.
Because we're going close combat for the rest of this. Dear God.
Normally, this effect wouldn't have activated, but because it's related to your mode ability, it's still perpetually active.
Oh, thank God. And I am keeping Vikda as close as possible, and I will scoop him up if allowed.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you. Take it away, Owen.
Okay, so it is Vikta's turn. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, just yeah, fucking Eldritch Flamethrower. General direction of him.
Okay.
2d8. Here, I actually already rolled damage.
He has to make a dex saving throw.
Yep.
Nope. Damn, I'm rolling real low.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Good dex either.
Sorry, Jesse. Thank God.
No,
What
no,
goes
no,
around comes around.
Yeah, and this is my Eldritch Cannon, not a spell. So, like, yes, it's magically linked.
So get
but...
flamethrowered.
Sure, we'll give it the same effects as a magic item.
Yeah, because I mean, to be like, Vikta's Eldritch Cannon worked in the prison, so.
Yeah, but I do remember it was the prison has a dome that protects. It's different. It's not things within the prison. You can't use magic within the prison. It is the dome perpetually does not allow magic to enter. Oh no, actually, I think you couldn't use magic within the prison. No, you're correct.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, the Eldritch Cannon is different. It's more of a device than it is. It's a magically enchanted device you have.
Yeah.
That's linked to your artificer abilities. And you rolled 15 for fire damage. The fire comes out of the Eldritch Cannon, covering the tyrant, encompassing him in flames. but you see him almost unfazed as he's walking through the fire.
Full on Terminator style.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
You're doing great.
You're doing great, sweetie.
As your guys' turns are over, you now notice something peculiar. You can see the glow coming from the waters underneath, radiating. They've been radiating the whole time. That's the glow they've been giving off. But you can see almost like the particles in the air from the water approaching this tyrant in a swirl. And where those wounds once were, no longer, slowly healing over time. And it rushes in. And another charge, and it does a swipe straight across, a cleave, hitting all three of you, if it hits.
Disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage. So, let's do... that's 17
Uh-oh.
plus... That's 17 plus 6. So that one would hit most of you. That one was not. That's a 10.
Oh, God.
That's for Vikda.
Yep. I'm okay
It can
with that.
happen.
For you,
I'd rather Vikda take less hit.
that's a 14 plus 6 on the first.
That would hit.
And an 11 plus 6.
That hits.
That hits. So you get hit. And then this is for Osera. A 13 plus 6. Would that hit Osera?
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if you don't hit Osera.
And that one definitely hits as well.
Yeah.
You duck down, Vikda, as the claw, as large as it is, even though you're short, still was able to reach you. But you duck down enough to dodge it, and it comes and streaks across. You instantly see the splatter of blood. The impact from the claw, immense. Okay, there are mechanics to this guy, and
Splatter of whose blood?
I mean, Osera doesn't bleed.
Godzilla.
Yay!
Great.
Osera would be like if you wove your hand through a flame and it would flicker for a second.
Will
was
Castilla
honestly
finally get a scar? Maybe.
I was half
Yes.
hoping that the that the blood was from him, like impacting the fucking railing.
Just like punched the railing.
I mean, like
You take
because
23 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As you
Yep.
feel the wound, yes, it is. It does not do much, but what it does really fucking hurts. As it streaks across, you feel the impact of the claws just streaking across you as the blood just splatters onto the wall. And Osera also takes 23 points of slashing damage. Oh, actually, no, they're separate rolls, so Sarah would take a different roll. I apologize. 17. Sarah takes less.
Even better. Bump that up.
I need you. 23 points. The 23 points. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can do. 22.
22. You saved. You felt as your consciousness was fading, almost from just the pure impact.
Fuck.
You almost went unconscious.
Woo! Okay.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Where did I get flashed? Torso, I assume? Head, neck?
Across your chest, basically. It just...
Woo! Free top surgery.
I just got that.
You now see
Feared.
that eyeball on its shoulder just looking around rapidly. What are you guys going to do?
Okay, making the simple connection of particles from water seemingly healing this thing. To the hallways. Come on. And Vikta is.
Sarah
Going-
gives a look and like, which direction do you want to go? Because if you leave his area, he's gonna hit you, or he's gonna try to. So Sarah will kind of look at Victor after he says, "Okay, to the hallways," and she will kind of dart her glance, like, "Which way do you want me to take you?"
Fuck. Fucking anywhere.
Okay. Sure. Do they all? This is the dead end, right? That's why the sign is here.
If you were able to teleport past the hole, then you can teleport in there. It's not a dead end. There's still a hallway that goes down.
I just did a random. I just did a semi-random roll. Like just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yep, got a 6. So to the right.
This way.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Sarah will fiery teleport everyone 15 feet away from this guy. So that jumps us here, and here.
Okay.
But they used to make another deck save, please, and thank you.
Of course. Nope. His dex is not very high.
He takes 9 points of fire damage.
It's funny, his dex is literally 0 because he's big, hulking, he can be fast, but he doesn't try to dodge anything. So
and she will allow Victor and Castilla to move their full speed, and she'll always remain behind them.
Okay.
So whatever their speed would be, 30 feet, presumably?
30 feet, but I can bonus action dash. Because of my rope stuff, which means I can get, if I'm carrying Victor still, I can get 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah can only move 30, so she'll allow Castilla to go as far as she can, and Castilla does know that Osera cannot die, technically.
Yeah.
So don't feel tragic about leaving her behind, but she will move 30 feet and remain.
Okay. So we are now in imagination, basically, or theater of the mind. You begin to run down the hallway, both of you at full speed. Are you carrying Victor? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, because I can run faster than Victor, and I would prefer Victor not get left behind. Like,
this is such
Go
a
ahead.
serious need, but I also just remember. I've probably mentioned this before, but the amazing digital, not the amazing digital cycles, the amazing world of Gumball, and like the fucking like scene of like Gumball and Darwin just like fucking picking up Anais, just like going like picking them up and like in front of them as they're running. I just remember that. I just imagine that with Vikta.
yeah, no, Castilla will scoop him up, and if she's taking turns just to run, she's going to use her action to get a dash, which means she could get 90 feet.
Yeah, of course. You pick him up and you begin to run. Boom. At full speed, you run straight down the hallway. You keep going down the dark hallway, and immediately you're hit with a wall as it goes to the right.
Is there still water?
No. The hallways don't have. It's just this room that has the water underneath.
Okay. Then, yeah, right.
Boom. You go right. You pivot and you keep running. Victa, as you're being carried and you're looking behind, and Osera's just behind you guys. As you turn the right and you keep going, you see him slam into the wall as the claw hits, breaking the concrete. And he turns his head slowly, turning towards you as he pulls the wall or the claw off of the wall, kind of pulling this huge, large piece of concrete with him as he slams it onto the ground to break it off. And he turns and then just starts sprinting at full speed towards you guys. You begin to enter, Castilla, this room that you're in now next. As you run down the hallway, you can see the hallway at the very end continuing on. This room is, from a quick glance, seems to have a bunch of metallic containers around, file cabinets, as you may. You keep running forward.
Yeah. And if I can weave, I will weave.
You keep running forward, rapidly. Behind you, the tyrant running through breaking through whatever's in its way. These file cabinets get smashed into the walls that are in front of it. Only the ones in front of it. You enter. You get to a point where there's two ways you can go. You can either keep going straight forward, or you can go to your right.
Are there glows from any of the sides?
As far as you can tell, no. It's been just darkness. The only thing you can see is around yourselves. The slight glow from Osera is the only thing that's been giving you light.
Castilla would like to turn a corner because at least a corner will make him probably slam into it, giving the tiniest bit of distance.
All right. You turn to the right, and as you do, you can barely see from Vikda from behind you. The tyrant keeps going straight forward as his claw grabs the corner of the hallway and pulling him in. You do get some gain on him since he has to kind of pull himself back and then begin running again. You keep running forward, and you're now at a plus. There's a right, there's a left, and there's a forward.
I will. After Castilla took the right, Vikda would like making assumptions about this labyrinth structure. Calling it a labyrinth is probably an exaggeration and giving it too much credit, honestly. But Vikda is going to say, "Take the next left."
Left. Castilla won't
You go
yell out
left.
loud, but
You run and you pivot left. Same thing. The tyrant kind of slips forward as he's chasing you in full speed, and then kind of picks himself up to try to chase you. And you keep running forward. There's two pathways to your left and right, but in front of you, you see the stairways that you came down from.
stairways, as Castilla is booking it.
Stairs.
Upstairs.
Stairs. You run up the stairs. You take the left that the stairs initially take, and you keep running up, and you can see the light from the top. As you do, the tyrant is gaining. He slams onto the wall, and he goes and he runs up. And at the very last moment, as he's about to reach you at the top of the stairs, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Castilla.
Yep. You're good at this, Castilla. Come on. 24.
24. You jump just out of the way as he springs forward to claw towards you. You kind of jump out of the hole where the stairs are, landing onto the ground. You and Vikda kind of spread across. Osera coming out of the circle right behind you. And two claws.
She fiery teleports as a last fuck you.
Grabs onto the entrance as he lifts himself up from the entryway. And you're now within the library. And
God, I am just imagining the scariest horror case scene.
But it's so pretty.
So pixely.
you
for me.
guys.
Oh, but it
There
is
it is.
pretty. No.
So beautiful.
Right here.
God damn.
They're there. As he
And then
begins
Spice
to
is gonna
crawl out of the entryway. Let's give the entryway I know this thing doesn't necessarily have it, but it's supposed to have right there. As he crawls out of the... Oh, I did not mean to do that other one. Of the entryway, you see his arm kind of snap and it elongates as he begins to rip his pieces into a different shape.
God,
The eyeball kind of
no.
rapidly moves around. And now he stands before you. The two large clawed arms move onto its shoulder sides and stretch out. And from underneath, you see these other two arms kind of stretch out of nowhere almost.
Oh god.
Oh,
It changes its shape.
perfect hunter.
And
No.
that's where we're going to take session.
Oh, yes,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. No.
That's where
Shit.
today's session ends because we don't have enough time for combat, unfortunately.
I feel like the vibes
Shit.
between our combats today have been very different.
I have been stressing about this combat all week.
Now
And now
you have to
there's
wait
another
again.
week.
So
Oh,
yeah,
dear Lord.
are Spicitus and Circe still gonna gloat about their success in the garden?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Absolutely.
The actual fuck.
They're gonna be like, it was so good, and Rem can vouch for us, and that Castilla and Vikda are just covered in blood.
It's not really
You know,
gonna be.
1,000-yard stare.
It's not gonna be really gloating. More just being like, see, we can be
Yeah.
trusted on our own. We don't need a babysitter. We are
Like, they were
fully
so ecstatic.
responsible. We are so responsible and perfect at our jobs. We have never done
Mm.
anything wrong.
Yeah, it'll be like that reaction of when you have like when you're not immediately clocking the situation, and they're just like, it was so good. It was Spisters was amazing. And Castilla and Victor are like not at all with
Mentally
it.
present.
Cersei shot me,
Dear
but that's
Lord.
fine. It
I
didn't
did.
really hit.
I did do that. It went into your sword though, which was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
What happened to you?
Yeah, what happened to you guys? How was your guys'
He
fight?
looks horrendous. What is this man? I hate him. I'm not afraid to tell him his face.
There, since they would, since you may not see it anymore because if you succeed in combat, um, so I have a drawn map of what the basement is. The basement will still be there. I will just tell you that straight up. But the things within it may not. You were at the lab, which is at the very end. Actually, I could just send you a picture of what it is. Do I have the? Though it might be hard to read because I did write it very slow. But I'll send you a picture so you have a general view of what it looks like.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just processing. Dear Lord.
The fact that you guys had a horrendous chase scene is like I create like cinematics in my head, and the idea of you
Mhm.
guys just like bobbing and
Mhm.
weaving, like Castilla's frantically like clawing at walls to like get herself to speed round a corner quicker is like horrendous. As this thing is just like inches behind.
Yeah, I imagine it like
Horrendous.
God, the image of like Castilla like, moving across like walls, like trying to pin turn for as much speed as possible while this thing is like slamming into walls behind her, just barreling after her at full speed.
As somebody who loves horror games and actively loves chase scenes, I'm just imagining the camera cutting and like the rapid click time buttons. I'm just like,
Yeah.
dear
Oh God.
God.
For real. Castilla's like every time like the wall, like the creature slams into the wall, you get that moment of her face just like contorting, like, but she's like, I gotta keep going. I can't focus on this. I
Oh
just keep
no,
going.
Castilla is pure absolute fear right now.
So
Oof.
there is the lab that you just went straight ahead to the lab at the very end.
Thank God.
At the left, that's if you had gone left, he was there. So you would have interacted with him before you interacted with anything else. He was at
Great.
the feeding den.
Oh.
On the right is the research area, which you just passed with all the cabinets of information and stuff. If you had kept going straight to the nursery place, there were a different kind of creature there, a bunch of them. If you've recognized Resident Evil, they're called I'm forgetting what they're called. They're these like pale humanoid creatures.
Oh
That-
no! The ones that go like, the ones that have the weird breath noise that breathe weird.
Yes.
Those
yes,
fuckers.
yes.
Oh,
my
no, no, no,
God.
no, 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 no.
no.
So you
No,
would have
no,
walked.
no.
You would have
Dear
walked into
Lord.
like a nursing area that was almost
Regenerator. That's what they're
regenerators.
called.
That's what they're called. Yeah.
Those
They were
bastards.
covered in
God.
white sheets, so it would have looked like a makeshift nursing area, and you would have seen like these bodies covered in white sheets, or like maybe possible bodies covered in white sheets underneath.
No.
That might have took me out. I'm not gonna lie.
And
I
they
don't
would've-
like Wiley.
They would have stood up, and you would have had an encounter with them, and they can only be killed a certain way, so that would have been
Yeah.
not fun.
They're
Oh.
horrendous.
Yippee!
So what would have been the possibility of having the fucking tyrant guy fighting the regenerators or whatever you called them?
You would have been in a room with regenerators and the tyrant probably would have been swinging without remorse of whatever's in there. So it would have been swinging at you guys and the regenerators, but the regenerators would just go after you probably.
Great. You see,
I hate the regenerators so much.
we yeah. The moment the moment that this thing just started fucking lunging at us,
Yeah.
like, the plan that we had sort of come up with just fucking vanished.
Out
God.
the
Went
window.
out the
Out the
window.
window.
It was
The
like,
rope
we
would
gotta get
not
the
work.
fuck out of here.
I
Those are
think
regenerators for those of you who haven't seen them.
Like the original idea was like attempt was gonna be to try and have one person distract the guy and meet like or like either like why did I say one person? Either Osera or Castilla distracting the guy, and Vikda fucking blowtorching the scaffolding out to try and drop him into the water. But that clearly wouldn't have really done anything.
He liked the water. That was his.
I
He
think
wanted to go swimming.
He had food in it.
you guys really
Weirdly.
chose the only, honestly, probably the only option you had that would have given you a chance to survive.
Yeah.
I feel
run.
like any other option you could have chosen there would have been death.
Mm. You really needed to get Victor out of that basement, but I'm not sure how big his aura is. So now that Victor's got some room to play with, maybe. Did we learn
Yeet
how
the
big the
lizard.
magical aura was that he
No.
has?
You don't know. You can assume that the basement has nothing to do with the anti-magic because Castilla.
No, I just meant like there wasn't a lot of room to move about because it
Yeah.
was planks and all this, and it
You
wasn't. You
no
couldn't keep a
idea.
distance between him and you.
You have no idea how large the aura is for this guy.
Like even then, that doesn't even that might not even work in the end because like spells going through it like a firebolt might just dissipate midair.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
But
good luck, Victor.
but the one spell Vikta has that would work is catapult.
Nice. Launch some
Catapult.
books at him.
And
There's
I
gotta be a
don't
heavy
have it-
tome in here.
and I
This
don't
guy
have
has
it
a
fucking
sword.
prepared.
Oh my
no!
god.
Damn. Anybody got telekinesis? Knock this
Nope.
thing down on him. Use the element.
Castaways.
Throw him
We
out the
are
window.
castaways.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna go so well.
Oh, Abby, I can finally draw like you fucking attacked me with Spis art on Art Fight. I can draw trauma.
Drama! It's the best kind.
Wait, I'm double checking. Did I get other Spis attacks? No, it was all shared. Okay.
Who doesn't love a
Wow.
trauma drawing? They're my favorites.
And
Oh,
just for
gosh.
clarification on my end, how big are these claws?
They're huge. They're
You were about to quantify his reach. What would you say?
I want to know how big these cuts are.
Oh, they're huge. You got the ends of the claws. With that amount of damage, he didn't necessarily dig that deep, but he did just
Mhm.
width-wise, the wounds at the very center where it would be the largest, you got about an inch there.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Boom.
And how many claws does he have?
The three larger ones would have hit
Three
you.
large ones. Ooh.
Yeah, the
Ooh,
smaller ones used for if you want to grab things.
damn.
Hot damn.
Oh my god. Fine. Be fine.
Hopefully, Spis and Circe can get there soon, since
Is
really
this like a?
their fight didn't last very long.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this is still part of the pocket dimension. I'm wondering where does the pocket dimension begin and end?
Yes, let's bring the thing out of the pocket dimension.
Yeah, where does it begin and end?
Well, I think it's more trying to get Circe and Spis to
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 you.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fear that the pocket dimension is the library though, because Sarah tried to teleport out of the doors, and Jesse was like, "There's nowhere for you to go."
Yeah, it was just concrete. It was just a brick wall.
So I fear that the whole library is part of the pocket dimension.
Well, then I'm
Does
hoping that
uh,
outside we'll be able to approach the library doors and go in as
Mm.
normal, and it'll just close behind us again.
We just
okay?
appear
Like
like a video game.
we can go in, but we can't go back out.
Mm.
I do also want to ask: does the in-game library correspond to the art library? Does it have windows, like on the right,
Um,
like on the left and right?
the
Like,
regular library does, yes. These windows you can see if you would initially look at it after in combat, it's just brick wall at the end of the windows.
wonderful.
Hey,
Gotta
we're
fucking,
not getting. This is a
gotta fucking,
solo fight, Victor. Let's
You
do this.
can never escape.
got a fucking Skinnamarink situation going on here.
Get him.
You got this.
There's this, for those of you who don't see a lot of horror movies, and for those that you may recognize what I'm talking about. There's this movie called Ghost Encounters, I think, or Grave Encounters. Um, there's a scene because they're stuck in an asylum, and initially they go to try to get out of the front doors, and it's just a brick wall.
Hmm.
There's a scene where they finally, like, while they're getting tormented by these like tortured souls, essentially, or like this insane asylum people, where they leave the asylum and they go into the car and they drive back to the hotel in like a frantic, and they're like terrorized. I mean, they were seeing just horrifying stuff, right? And they go and they take the elevator to go back to their room, and the elevator lands and opens, and they're back inside the asylum, and it's like one of my
No.
favorite scenes in a movie ever.
Oh
It's
God.
such a moment of, because it's so silent too, when they just look and you just see the doors open into the asylum, and just this moment of dread.
Mm. This is your asylum. You can never leave. Do you have to kill him, do you reckon? Because that's what succeeded for Spis and Circe. Spis
So-
mutilated the creature,
Yeah.
and then it all went back to normal.
Can I ask, does he walk like Agent X or whatever his name is from Agent Evil? Like when he's just walking, like that little stomp walk, and then when he's chasing you, it's chasing.
When he's walking, he just like broad shoulder just walks almost like statically. Um,
Bro, fucking just glides across the floor, T-posed.
I'm making a joke here.
Gmod character.
The others have heard us make the joke. We had the debate when sexy back would play. Put a character in their
No.
seat. Honestly, it'd be kind of funny.
So Peggy,
Fucking walk.
To be fair, when Jesse was first describing Peggy, I had to refrain myself from just typing into the Discord chat, just smash.
Oh my god.
oh
No.
gosh, he could kill you.
Val, you need to DM me these comments, please.
Not Peggy. funny.
I at least I didn't say that for Greggy.
That's
Yeah, let's engage the plant.
But I mean, hear me out. No.
Okay, this is a call out post to one of my players. I don't know if you were here for this, Owen, but persimmon romancing the bird.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, he still brings him up. The fucking giant bird with human teeth.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Who spat out a tooth and then gave her a mirror to call his boss.
Nice.
And now those
who Persimmon ended up flirting with on call afterwards as well.
Nice.
Oh no, they've had like actual stuff happen. They're
Oh,
Loki thing
no.
now. Not the bird, the person, the boss.
Oh,
Not with the bird. I
I
love
was
the
gonna say
clarification.
she
Not
did
with the
okay.
bird.
Granted, knowing Persimmon, I'm not shocked. This is a person who is like, I want my character to be cursed into a satyr and actively try to consume things that she knows she shouldn't. And I'm like, well, sure thing.
Why not?
Actively
There's
trying to
worse things you
consume
could be doing.
She shouldn't. Where have I heard that?
I think Persimmon and Spis would get along very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from what I've heard, yeah.
Vikda would go fucking insane with that group.
Vikda, Owen, Vikda would go insane just hearing the fourth wall discussions. Dear God.
Hearing the what discussions?
Like fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall, and just hearing
fourth
us
wall.
ramble
Yeah.
when the autism
okay.
hits.
That's what
We
I
had
did
a
Jesse.
whole-
I'm like, I can hear Jesse.
Honestly,
We had a 15-minute conversation last session that was literally like the Muppets basically doing Saving Private Ryan and like in
Nice.
depth in the middle of session.
Who was the
I-
human actor in Saving Private Ryan?
God, I can't remember. Hold on.
I
was
feel
either
like that's a key to a good Muppets is which human are you keeping?
Hold on. I'll get a clip of that and send it. How about that?
Yeah,
'Cause it was.
I want to know.
I'm checking our no mic chat. This is important to me.
Favorite. It is my favorite thing about Muppets adaptations is which human being remains.
I fucking
Sarah
miss
was
those chats,
so
honestly, sometimes.
Owen, remember, if you ever get time, you are always welcome, buddy.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately.
I know it
when
works.
when session starts, I'm on break.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Though I have started applying to. I have started somewhat slowly. I am slowly starting to apply to other places. So
Yay! Because your current job, I want to fight.
yeah.
Half of what they want you to do doesn't sound pretty legal, buddy.
What a
Thank you for
session, guys.
session, dear Lord.
We're all going by the skin of our teeth, basically.
Mm.
Just barely
Yep.
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Maybe Circe and Spis can go get Bob or Valen or Johnny and be like, hey!
I mean, technically,
Somebody who's got some spells or some guns might be helpful.
Spis
Spis,
has
can you send
called
it this
Bob.
one?
Yes.
Spis, can you send this one to Orba as well?
Eat him. Eat his
Can
ass.
I?
I don't actually have rage left. I mean, but
Oh.
Maybe not.
I don't have any charges
Maybe-
of rage left.
Maybe Castilla can get out another wild magic search that's instant death to enemies, not to her. Not to her.
Roll that instant death.
I mean,
Just punch him. You just deck him and he just immediately goes down.
yeah, I mean, technically.
Let me roll another sneak.
Just roll
Let
a
me get a good
27.
shot.
Honestly, like, I would be amazed if that Seek did not do half his health. I will be amazed. But
Abby, thank you. Let me just say, I completely didn't register it was a 19.
Well, I couldn't remember in my head. I was like, something happens on it. And my brain was like, is it a crit or does it explode on a 19? And I was like, maybe it's both.
It was
But I remember you saying that when ages ago when you got it's a plus 11 and it added to a 30 and the 31 was a 20 and I was like,
Right,
ah,
yeah.
it was just a 19. And then I was confused. But I didn't want to say it out loud in case I sounded stupid.
No, always correct me, please. I forget my character stuff 90% of the time, and I even forget my NPC stuff. I forget legendary actions every 2 seconds, so, like, please call me out. Por favor.
Well, so you said legendary actions out loud, and now I'm wondering if this guy has legendary actions.
Oh, God.
no.
Because the plant had legendary actions.
I wonder if it's the change form or, insta-heal.
Oh, yeah. That feels like that could be really pretty accurate, to be fair.
I was ready for you guys to have combat in the basement, but I was like, that's not where I prepared it. But oh well. But that room was not the room for you to do it for sure.
It's okay.
Maybe
A terrifying chase scene was way
That was pretty
useful.
good. That was like, that actually scared me. That was good.
Ugh.
With that, I'm gonna leave so I can sleep. It's almost midnight.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also,
What?
Jesse, congrats on the baby.
Yeah.
Please send the
Oh,
congrats to your
yeah.
wife.
Of course,
I didn't
thank
get to
you.
say that.
I will let her
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Congration.
Congratulations.
Celebration. All right.
But
Well, I'll see you guys next Friday. Are we all here for next Friday?
It
Yeah.
should be.
I am.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Unless I have a work thing, but I shouldn't, because I should be good, but open house is in the next few weeks. I'll keep you posted. And I'm required to interpret that.
I'll see you guys next Friday.
Bye.
See you next.
Bye.
Bye.